Welcome, Outlaws. Hey, it's KGB from the C Sports Network, bringing you another Braves live stream. That's right. That's right. What's up, everybody? What's up? Welcome in, Kenneth. Welcome in, Daniel. David, sorry for mispronouncing that. Good morning, everybody. I realize I was a couple minutes past the scheduled start time. So, just bear with me, still getting things set up here. Pretty early for going to bed, pretty late, so still getting it set up. But the good news is, everybody, we are not on the VPN. At least not for game one. I'm not sure about game two. I didn't look ahead to see if it's going to be on normal broadcast, but I assume it would be. All right, so let's finish up getting set up here. First pitch is scheduled for about 12 minutes from now. Scheduled at 11:20 Central. 12:20 Eastern. All right. Pop our chat out. Pull our little chat over to the side. So we're growing ever so closer to that 900 subscriber goal. We are 8 subscribes away from it. We picked up 3 subs last night. So I do appreciate the 3 new Outlaws that joined. For sure. All right. Yeah, let me get that fixed up. That's not right. I'll just go ahead and cover that. So it looks like we're going to have today. I know I got to change my picture, but it'll be Acuna, Albies, Ozuna, Olsen, Arcia, Harris, Short, Kelnick, and Trump. Okay, so the only thing I got to change is our pitcher. All right. Lopez will be pitching. Starting pitcher for today. All right. Got that updated. Yes, indeedy we do. Yes, indeedy. So now we can fire on the old interactive. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We are about 9.5 minutes from first pitch. I repeat, 9.5 minutes from first pitch. When we start the game, we'll have Luis Arraez at bat for the San Diego Padres. Fernando Tatis Jr. will be on deck, and Jerkson Profar will be batting third in the hole. Now let's get my chat brought back over here. I'll be honest, Kenneth. I almost hope not, because I told everybody I'd take a shot if we hit that 900. And I really don't want to drink today. Oh, I'm still coming off of being sick. But a deal's a deal. All right. Get our lights up. Sorry about that. Didn't realize I didn't have the light on. I think I'll leave this one off today. Now, our buddy Iceman might be joining us today. Ben might be popping in. He didn't know if he'd make the early game, but he said he'd try like hell to make the second. So we may have him, and it's hard to say if Mav will stop by tonight. We may see Mav stop by tonight during the second stream, but we certainly won't for the first one. All right, so bear with me. Still getting some things. All right. All right. So let's check things out. We still got about 6 minutes. We're going to go check out the league leaders again. Keeping you updated with that. Oh. That was a bit weird. Everything just minimized down. All right, so your top batting leaders for all of the MLB, in number one position, you got Shohei Ohtani from the Dodgers with a 353 batting average. You got William Contreras from Milwaukee with a 341 batting average. Salvador Perez in third with a 337. Tied for third will be Mookie Betts from the Los Angeles Dodgers with a 337. And then bringing up the top five will be Jurickson Profar of San Diego with a 335. Oh, here we go. Give me a second.
At Truist Park, the San Diego Padres and the Atlanta Braves won at 12:20, and then another tonight at 6:20. And a beautiful day for baseball, and we welcome you into the broadcast booth alongside Jeff Francoeur. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So look, the Braves struggling right now offensively in this series. Just 2 runs so far, Jeff, against the Padres. Here's the good news for Atlanta. They got 2 pitchers going today that have done extremely well in Reynaldo Lopez and Chris Sale.
Yeah, I was about to say, when you maybe have your worst game of the year last night, at least as a whole team, there's no no better feeling coming back the next day knowing you have those two guys pitching for your baseball team. And you look right here what they've done.
It was abysmal last night,
under
ladies and gentlemen.
Or 200 for both Lopez.
We lost 9-1.
Dylan Cease, who's outstanding too. So they got
the
a
10th
tough
inning or
opponent in that
9th
first
inning.
game. But the belief is
bottom
Lopez
of
can
the 9th
match them.
for us to
Be
finally
opportunistic,
score
get a few
one
runs.
run.
Of course, you win that first game, and you
keep
get
our
sailed going the night game.
keep our
you feel good about a possible
franchise
sweep.
Yeah, a chance to sweep the day, even the
not
four-game
being
series
shut
against the
out to
Padres. And as I said, we got a
166
beautiful day for
games.
baseball to
We
try
were at
to do that. So
165
come back on
last
the other
night,
side
and it
with
was
us.
in
We will have
big
the
trouble.
lineups, the first pitch, and all the play-by-play action of Game 1.
Just about
Padres
lost.
and
So,
Braves.
I mean, we lost the game, but at least we finally scored that one run to keep us from getting shut out.
The Memorial Day.
So now they're on commercial. So let's see, home runs. The home run leaders, your top 5 is Kyle Tucker from the Houston Astros. It's in first place with 15. And then we got Gunnar Henderson of Baltimore, tied for first with 15. Then we got All Rise for Aaron Judge from the New York Yankees with 13. Shohei Ohtani for the Los Angeles Dodgers tied for third with 13. And then bringing up fifth out of that list is our own Marcell Ozuna for Atlanta with 12. Those are your top home run leaders. And it looks like we have, well, we've had the new RBI leader for a few days now. Alec Baum from Philadelphia now leads RBI leaders with 42. We got Marcell Ozuna from Atlanta with 41. Jose Ramirez from Cleveland with 41 ribbies. Salvador Perez from Kansas City Royals with 37. And Teoscar Hernandez from the Los Angeles Dodgers with 37 as well. Those are your RBI leaders. All right, we're back to Truist Park.
Back at Truist Park, getting set for this doubleheader between the San Diego Padres and the Atlanta Braves. Brandon and Jeff up here in the booth. Let's go down and join Hannah Yates.
Brandon, thank you so much. Well, Matt Olson hit a big milestone in his career last night as he played in his 500th consecutive game. The longest active streak in baseball right now. Becomes just the 7th MLB player to do it since 2000. And I caught up with him.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Olson played in his 500th last night.
I don't know if you're going to expect this answer, but I actually avoid the training room. He said, I feel like for me, it just comes down to simplicity and not thinking about it during the season. He said a lot of players will go in, they'll get that massage or that hour stretch, and he feels if you do that, your body becomes accustomed to that during the season. So he actually avoids that. He said for him, it comes down to all of his off-season preparation. He really focuses on that. Joined a new gym 3 seasons ago in Atlanta and just talked about the difference that it's made for him personally. Obviously a big milestone. He said he owes it to his teammates and the fans to be able to go out there and perform every day, guys.
Hannah, make sure you hydrate. You got doubleheader.
Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in.
Well, and for Matt Olson now taking the field for start number 501 consecutively. Let's get you the Padres.
Matt Olson's 501st start consecutively.
Toyota dealers. Luis Ariz, the DH at the top. Tatis and Profar, 1, 2, 3. It's just how they've been lining it up. And they had a lot of success last night. 9-1, the Padres winning game 2 of the series. Trying to change that today will be the right-hander Reynaldo Lopez. And Frenchie, you see
we're
that
waiting for the interactive to go live.
Best in Major League
are.
Baseball.
We're on.
Yeah, and even better than that, Brandon.
We're at
the fact
first
is
pitch
when he
time.
pitches here at Truist Park, he's got a .77, which is the lowest among all qualified starters. Again, just when Strider went down, thinking where he'd be right now without Lopez. He has been just brilliant.
And Jeff, what do you have for the Ford Keys here this afternoon?
Well, the guy the Braves are facing on the other side is pretty good. So you got to be opportunistic. Dylan Cease, guys are hitting 120 off his slider, 159 off the fastball. So you're not going to get too many opportunities. And again, we just talked about Lopez. Keep rolling, man. 4 hits or less in 5 of his 7 starts this year.
That's what we wanted
so he
to
has
see.
been
Welcome
tough.
in.
Hopefully get off to a
everybody.
good start. We said you win that first one, man.
Have
With Chris
yourself a
Sale in
spot.
the second. game, you feel pretty good.
What do you think of Reynaldo Lopez going with the
it's
Halloween
gonna
theme
pull
music
this
for
crap.
his intro song?
I like it.
I do too.
It scares my kids. It should scare the hitters on the other side, right? It still scares me. What are you talking about?
Let's get you the Braves racetrack defense. Take us through it, Jeff.
Yeah, you got Kelnick, Harris, and of course Ronald Acuna in right field and going around.
Oh.
Short at third base. Arcia at short. Ozzy Albies at second. Matt Olson, of course, with that.
Every now and then the
500
interactive
start last
give
night.
you a
And
little
Chadwick Trump gets to start
little
the day
hiccup.
game behind the dish.
The anticipation is that Travis d'Arnaud will be back to start game 2 after missing last night and game 1 here with that foul ball he took off the bat.
We got the sound.
Off we go. Right on time at 12:20. 78 degrees here in Atlanta as Arise digs in to face Lopez. Well, the doubleheader not ideal on getaway day, Jeff, for either team. But I think for the Braves, a chance to kind of get a bad taste out of your mouth from the last 2 games against the Padres.
Now we're going to get this
so.
nice and
Especially before you
synced
embark
up.
to Chicago and Pittsburgh. It just kind of snowballed last night, man. That was one of those games that you're going to have a few every year. You just hate when they happen.
And 9-1 last night. Of course, the rain out Saturday all the way.
All right, there. We're going to pause that up. We paused it at a 2-1 count, so on the interactive it's 2-0 count. So we got one more pitch to go, and then we'll get it nice and synced up for everybody. There it is. So on the wind up to the next pitch, we'll unpause it. We should be synced up.
All the way back on Friday, it was a 3-1
Here we go.
victory. So
we are synced.
Braves will try to get the bats going
What's
today.
up, CeeLo?
You know, me, you, and Tom
What's up,
did
buddy?
that game Friday night. If you remember, we had second and third with no outs right off the bat.
Yeah.
And just couldn't do much after that.
Yeah, I've had a couple early games this year, so.
Arise awaiting a 2-2 pitch.
Hey, how you doing, Russell? Welcome in.
And
Brandon,
like he
welcome
often
in.
does, he somehow battles and finds a way to get on base. It's a leadoff single for Luis Arise.
Meant to tell you
Luis
too,
Arise with a
you
leadoff
and Brad
single.
said the other night about him being
Oh, yeah.
as close to Tony
I certainly
Gwynn as
hope
you
we
could
play,
get. And I was
play
actually
differently than
yesterday
last
scrolling
night.
through something.
And we just could
And they
not
had Tony
get
Gwynn's
anything
first
going whatsoever.
certain amount of games compared to his, and I mean, it was identical. It was incredible. And I was like, you know, Brandon's pretty smart.
Well, don't go that far. He does have 5 hits now in the series to Luis
Interactive's
Arise.
looking
Now, he's
good
gotta do it
these
for another
days.
20 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's young still, but he's off to
Still
an
hope they
incredible start.
take your suggestions.
And he doesn't wow you with the power.
Adding,
His bat speed is the lowest
adding
of
the-
all
the
qualified
batters
hitters in Major League Baseball.
Innings
but
and
he just
and whatnot,
finds ways
like
on
you
base.
understand. That'd be nice.
And now Fernando Tatis Jr.
And I think for San Diego, look, they were trying to have somebody be
Yes,
able to
he
get
does.
on like that at the top spot to set up the guys that they want to drive in
Welcome
runs.
in,
So he
everybody.
was
Make sure to hit that
obviously a
thumbs
great
up for
choice
us.
for that part.
We're going to start tonight's stream off, or today's stream, with a 20 like goal.
To short, this could be 2.
That's going to be the short, over to second, over to first, double play.
4-3, 2 away.
6-4-3. There we go, offense.
Well, that's kind of what Lopez can do to you because
I meant
you see that
defense.
slider right there, because of the fastball and how it can jump on you. Guys will cheat a little bit to get started, and then he throws a perfect slider like that on the outside corner, and you get an easy double play ball. Talk about saving your pitch count too, and that pitch count hadn't been a problem for him.
He did only throw, this is going to be foul down that left field line.
Foul ball.
What, 71
71. He had, his back was bothering him in the
Looks
5th.
beautiful
So just
there
to
in
be
Atlanta
cautious,
today.
The Braves pulled him Monday against
like
the
a
Cubs.
gorgeous
He
day
threw
to play.
5 scoreless, but
I think you're going to continue to see them err on the side
All right,
of caution.
so we got
high
0-1
80s,
count,
low 90s, just because of
so far,
his workload and not being a
2
starter
outs.
last year. Right?
Down and dirty, ball
that's the big
1.
question we keep talking about is, at some point, does he hit a wall a little bit?
Jerkson
But
Profar with a 335 batting
so
average,
far, through
7
the
home
first
runs with 31
month and a half or
ribbies,
so, he's been
and a 944
really
OPS
solid.
for the season.
this guy at the plate has been
Lopez
solid.
pitching his
Jerkson
11th
Profar
pitch
is
of
having a
the
career
start.
year, hitting 335. but
Swing
he was
and
pulled
a
on that
miss.
curveball.
Strike 2. Welcome in, everybody. Come on in. Come get yourself a seat and join us.
And the 1-2, he fouls
Foul
off the first-seam fastball.
Well,
we'll do it again.
Lopez, 255 opponents OPS with 2 strikes against them, best in baseball for starting pitchers. It's been impressive.
And he's got Profar with a 1-2 count and another foul ball. That one
Another foul ball.
Well, that's
yeah.
one thing you heard. I think
it's not only Acuna, though, in the slump.
We
the whole team really is.
He kind of sits 94,
I mean,
95,
we are
but
just
he has that
not
ability
batting
to reach
well
back
at
and
all.
get 97 like you just saw there.
Goes for the curveball to even.
I'll tell you, we kind of went through the same slump.
He does that.
In
Obviously,
the well, right after the All-Star game,
he would gas it up to 98 routinely.
We came back, we were
to
doing so well, and then for almost 3 weeks to a month after the All-Star game, we played like crap.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Says Phil.
Got him.
Sweep the leg, Sensei. And we go to the bottom.
K on the day, baby. That's a K into the church. So when we come back, we'll have the top of the batting order. Ronald Acuna Jr. at bat. Ozzie Albies on deck. And Marcell Ozuna will be batting third in the hole. Gino, what's up, bro? Hey, Brandon, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Chapa City, welcome in. All right, there you go. Chopper's calling it. He says he's from the future that Marcell Ozuna will hit a home run in his first at bat. So, all right, Mr. Future Man. Let's hope that is absolutely true. Crusher, what's up, bro? Nice having you in tonight or today. Welcome in, everybody, for the early game today. Happy Gino, yeah. Oh, then that's who I got it from. Boy, I was sick as a dog for 2 days. I'm kind of getting over it now. I found out recently that I'm diabetic, and I don't know what's caused mine because I have not been, we've really been watching what I eat and everything, but my blood sugar, man, has been so rocket high. I just slept and slept and slept. I just sicker than a dog. Oh, okay. I've been good, bud. Working man taking lunch. All right. All right, so we're live back to Truist Park.
High velocity fastball.
We got Dylan Cease
so, and that
pitching for
slider
the
88 that
San
is his
Diego
kind of
Padres. Here comes first pitch. Ronald is going to foul ball.
Opponent's only hitting 120 off the slider this year.
Yeah, he's having a great season. Had a little bit of a disappointing 2023 with the White Sox.
It's really his first year where he was
we
kind of
power during the storm.
He has bounced back since he got shipped to San Diego.
Out again.
So certainly these two starters today, teammates in Chicago. Still
I don't know. It looks like
so
we're going to continue with
in different uniforms here
Ronald
in 2024.
Down a dirty ball one.
Ronald 1 for 6 in the series.
He got to anymore. Yeah, I've been trying to eat healthier.
Got a piece.
I'm actually,
stays alive.
bro, I'm actually in a shirt that I couldn't fit 2 months ago.
For Dylan Cease,
so, I mean,
25 miles
I've lost some weight.
Truist Park, as I mentioned in Milton. He was a
but
Braves
unfortunately,
fan,
I got to go to spend a couple nights in the hospital.
Played for the
here
Milton High School Eagles.
Sometime in the near future.
Actually, funny enough, his senior year, he hit a walk-off home run.
Got to go have a stupid sleep study thing done.
So I texted the
pitcher
who was pitching today and
I got severe sleep apnea as well. I did a home test about a month and a half ago.
Ronald sends this out to left. And
that's going to be a base hit. There you go, Ronald. There you go. Lead off single for Ronald Acuna Jr.
He's doing this now.
Just do something with it. Come on, boys.
He's playing Major League Baseball. Well, that's a good sign for Acuna, getting off to a good start here.
Slider there, it stayed kind of up.
Shout out to Miss Lane. I wonder if she's watching but cooking.
And now
sure
Ozzie
we'll see her at
Albies,
some
who drove in
point.
the Braves' only run last
Hopefully
night.
we see our good friend D and all the other regulars.
Wasn't really much to write home
And
about. It
awesome
did,
already
however,
seeing
keep the Braves
everybody
streak
that
alive.
stopped
The
in
Braves have
so
not been
far.
shut out
Guys
in
are
166 games, which is by far the longest streak in franchise history.
All right, so comes a pitch. High.
Did not go, says Tony
Did not
Randazzo
go.
there at
1-1
third
to
base.
count to Ozzie Albies. Bottom of the first, runner on first base. No outs. Albies with a .279 batting average, 3 home runs, 20 ribbies, and .754 OPS for the season.
And Ozzie sends this to
Oh,
right
that's
center
going to
field.
be bullshit. Ronald
Acuna to third.
trucking for third.
And,
And he's in there safe.
In the bottom of the first.
Yeah, there we go, baby. Runners on the corners, no outs, bottom of the first.
Well, great job by Ronald.
Come
here.
on,
As
boys.
you can
Let's see the
got in
bats
and out
start to
just a
warm up
little bit,
today.
but you could tell it was going to be a base hit to right field, and he had to get to 3 here, even though Tatis has got a good arm out there. Went right away, and now, as you said, I remember one of my keys was
Yes,
opportunistic. You don't know how
indeedy.
many chances you're going to get off Cease as the day goes on, so a chance to push one across here early.
And a good guy to do it in Marcell Ozuna.
Come on, Big Bear.
Marcell
Down and
riding an
dirty, ball
11-game
one.
hitting streak. Remember earlier in the year he also had a 17-game hitting streak.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Be sure to hit that thumbs up for us. We're looking to start the stream out with 20 likes. And stick around, check us out.
Swing
Like
and a
what you
miss
see,
at the
be sure to
slider, 1 and
subscribe to
1.
the channel. We'd
You're
love
hoping
to
this
have
is
a
one
new
of those
outlaw.
games that no matter who's on the mound on the other side, that this offense is just due to break out, right? Talked about that on the players only broadcast.
10
tonight.
likes,
Cubs
all
got
right.
shut out
Kenneth
2
says
games in a
we're
row,
at
and
10
it's like,
likes already.
it's not always
Great
fun.
start for the stream. Appreciate everybody that's already hit that
Well, it has
thumbs
been
up.
the story, Jeff. Oh, generous call there.
Ooh, very
But the Braves,
generous.
for the first 24 games, led the majors in runs per game.
Yep.
Since then, they're last in Major League Baseball. It's really weird how it totally flipped.
Come on, Bear. Gonna have to start calling him the bug again. He's been in the crapper for a while.
1-2.
Oh, they got him.
Strike on the outside corner. So Marcell Ozuna back to the bench, 1 away. Now, Jeff, let's look at the
Oh, you can
Padres
just
defense.
tell he's not happy with that.
Racetrack defense profile and left. The young
That's out number
Merrill
1.
center
So we
field,
got
of
the
course.
big O,
Fernando
Matt
Tatis
Wilson
in
heading
here
to the plate.
in right field and going around.
Matty has a
Kenneth
222
Short,
batting average,
Xander Bogaerts at second.
5
Cronenworth
home
at first.
runs,
He's
a
Campusano behind the
718
plate.
OPS on the season.
The battery made for Dylan Cease, who now faces Matt Olson.
Matty.
So as Hannah mentioned before the game, yesterday was the 500th consecutive game played for Matt Olson, by far the
I'll be
longest
right
active
back,
streak in Major
everybody.
League Baseball.
There we go. Hey. I'm
When
back.
people talk about records never
Didn't
being
even have
broken,
to step away.
the Cal Ripken one's first one I come. Honestly,
Yeah.
over any other one, because if you ask Matt Olson, you're not even a fourth of a way there yet.
You and I talked about it last year, Jeff. But Matt Olson, if he played
Uh-oh, our
every game, would
future.
catch Cal Ripken. Well, there's a line drive.
There's going to be that's a base hit, so that's going to score Ronald. Here comes Ozzie.
And Atlanta leads at 1-0.
Nope, Ozzie holds at 3.
Funny enough,
Braves
two of the
jumping
six
on the
now
early
that
lead,
slider
1-0.
that's so good. Ronald got him on that base hit to left field, and there's one right there.
That's an RBI
They just
single
got
for
too much
Matt
of the
Olson.
plate. He's trying to go back door with it. Matt, of course, with
That's
those
what I've been
arms,
saying,
able to
ladies
serve
and
this thing out
gentlemen.
down to right
You
field.
know, our guys have
Not
been
only
trying
get
to
the run,
smash
but
the
also
ball.
get
We've been
Ozzie to
trying
third,
to
but he's
just
still got a
crush
chance
it every
now, so-
time. And
Set
it's
fly.
not working.
Ground
Start
ball.
playing the
Get
small
another
ball.
run
Let's
out.
get some base hits. Let's get runners on
So
the bases.
Atlanta
Let's
only scored
move
2
the
runs
runners
total
around
in
the
the first 2
back,
games
man.
of the series, but
You know,
a
score
chance
some
to
runs.
tie or maybe eclipse 2 here in
Let's
the bottom of the
get
first
some
inning.
runs before you start swinging
As
for the
Arcia
fence
digs
every
in.
time.
Look, this offense, I
Positional
think
playing.
last year set so many records for power, right? And I think it's funny today how 3 singles. So I think like anything, when you're going through rough times, simplify, right? Get back to
Zuna,
just
he's
try
in
to
the
put a good
crapper
swing
with us.
on the ball. And
That's
what
why I
they're
call
doing
him
so
the
far.
bung. Short for bunghole.
To finish that point on Matt Olson, though, he wouldn't reach Cal Ripken, Frenchie, until the 2036 season.
Exactly.
Think about that. Yeah, that's one that I don't think ever gets touched. Arcia is down. He's late on the 96-mile-per-hour heater.
Arcia comes in and swings for the fences, and all 3 strikes.
And that's just rearing back right there and blowing
That's
it by
out
somebody.
number 2.
And if
Michael
you ever
Harris
see
heading to the
Orlando,
bag.
That's kind of the one area he will chase is that high velocity fastball up.
So if the Braves are going to add on, Michael Harris will try to be the one to do it here. The other way, and this will drop.
That'll be a base hit. That'll bring Ozzie Albies in.
And the Braves grab a 2-0 lead.
2-0 lead.
And interesting enough, you saw Arcia a minute ago, Brandon. Not picking on him. You have the big swing. You get the fastball blown right by you. Shorten up your swing, even on an 0-0 count right here, knowing who you're facing. Knowing all you need is to drive in a run, and Michael Harris does a great job.
This is very weird.
This is a guy you get too big on, you try to do too much.
You should have the Truist sign out there.
That's where he gets to striking out 12 guys.
See that sign right up the middle? It has the MLB
from the entire
emblem.
infield here as the Braves have taken a 2-0 lead.
Oh, you know what? What the hell does that say?
It is the second time that Dylan Cease has come back home here to Atlanta, where he's from, to face the Braves. Last year on July 16th, he was here with the White Sox. 5 innings, gave up just 1 run, and the White Sox would win that game 8-1. He had almost 50 family and friends in attendance. He's got another large contingent here today.
That's the first time the Interactives had that sign behind
not
it.
liking what they're seeing so far.
I guarantee you that's what that mound visit was. Probably more than anything, just try to calm them down.
Hey, Dave Goodrich, how you doing? Yes, 2-0 already.
This ball is hit pretty well to right.
That's going to be hit out center right. That's out number 3. So the Braves strand 2, but they picked up 2. So we'll go to the top of the second with the Braves leading 2-0. All right, so when we come back, the San Diego Padres, I have Jake Cronenworth at bat. We'll have Manny Machado on deck. And Alexander Bogaerts will be batting third in the hole. Now, Jake Cronenworth last night started off the game with a 2-run home run to give them, that's what started San Diego's 9 home run lead over us. We didn't even pull the run out until finally the bottom of the 9th. We finally scored that one infamous run to keep us from being shut out. We have a franchise record that was in jeopardy for that last night. We're currently at 166 games as of last night's game for most games without being shut out. If we, well, obviously, we can't be shut out now today, so that's 167 games. Well, I mean, at least not this game. We still have our doubleheader tonight. I did not look, Gino.
this season. I had a
Back to
conversation with
Truist.
him after his last start, and I said, how would you describe the steady progression as you work into this starter role? And he said, I have to credit my teammates. He said the rotation has been stellar. He said in particular, he's
try
been
to check
having a
that
lot of
out.
conversations with Max Fried. He said he really tries to embody his mentality, and he watches his starts, and he says when he gets in a jam, I'm watching what pitches he utilizes, I'm watching what he does. They had conversations, and before his last start, I watched both of them working on mechanics on the field, guys.
Well, he's got some good people to watch, and a lot of people.
Can you guys believe
he's just having such a great season?
The Cincinnati Red,
Go
De La
figure.
Cruz,
Guy's studying the game, and he gets
sitting
better
with
because of it.
30 stolen
concept.
bases already this season.
I just think it's great. You know, you
know,
look at that. Why
I'm
would you
sorry,
not?
but
I
I'm
mean,
rooting
we
for the
joked
guy
other night
to
on
do
Wednesday
it,
night about
man.
me and BMAC on the plane with Chipper.
30
just talking to him about hitting,
stolen
but why would
bases
you not use that?
already.
You know?
Out to shallow center. Orlando going back. He says
Orlando calling for it, has it. Out number one.
Retired one away. Well, and Jeff, especially for Lopez as he works back into the starter role, he's done it before, right? But the last 4 seasons, he has not thrown over 66 innings in any of those seasons. So this feels new to him again.
Well, I think the cool thing, too, is I guarantee if you talk to him, look, he's realistic. He knows he's going to hit a patch at some point this season where he's giving up
Gino,
some
it
runs, where he has
says
a bad
that's your-
start or two. So I think for him,
as of May 19th, Austin Riley was taking grounders.
Seeing how they
Riley
respond,
came to
what
Truist
they're
Park
doing,
feeling
I
no
think for him that's
discomfort in
smart.
his
So
left
when
side
that
on
does
Sunday.
arise, he's ready for it. He
Braves
knows
allowed
how
him to take
respond.
grounders, but they will wait at
Right now,
least
it's going
one
easy,
more
man.
day before clearing him to begin
just-
taking swings.
You're cruising, throwing
27-year-old
96,
has
97
been
nasty
dealing
sliders,
with a
and he
tight
knows he's in a groove. But
inner-
like I said, he knows at some
intercostal
point you're going to have a
muscle
couple
since
rough starts
exiting May
or a bad
12th
break.
game against the Mets.
I mean,
He's
out
not
of his
feeling
7 starts
discomfort
so
again
far,
on
this
Monday.
is his 8th.
There
He's
seems to
given up
be a
1
chance
run
he
or
could
0
return
runs
to
in
the
6
lineup
of the
against
7.
the
And the
Cubbies.
one where he got
So
quote-unquote hit
we
in
may
Seattle,
get
he
him
only
back
gave
for
up
the
3
Cubby
runs.
series, which
So
is
things are
right
going
around
pretty
the
well.
corner starting Tuesday. Well, it'll either be Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure if we got a day off between the
And there's a good
San
slider.
Diego and
But,
San Diego series or
That
not.
is a strikeout. Machado back to the dugout. Second strikeout through 5 hitters for Lopez.
And it's funny because Padres as a team has 5th best slugging percentage, 419
Yeah,
against
I realize we're not in the
right-handers.
City Connect uniforms,
And
but
you can just see
again,
because again, of
guys,
that high velocity
I've been sick the
fastball,
last
where
couple
he paints
days,
it,
and after the
that
last
slider
night's
right there,
stream,
man. If he can get
I
it
took
off
enough
of
time
that,
to get things set up
hitters
for the
almost have
next
no chance.
2 streams, and I went to bed.
Here's Xander Bogaerts.
And I got up at
You know what I'm saying?
10:30.
He just paints
I
right
had to
down at
rush
that bottom part of
today
the
to get
zone.
set up, so sorry about that.
Even if he was to hit that, you know what, single the other way, you can't lift that ball. So he's going right back out there.
Good news on May 18th.
And this should be easy
Travis
for
Darnod
Michael
passed
Harris.
the next day concussion
And a
test.
simple 1-2-3 top of the second for Lopez.
That's great. 1-2-3 inning for Lopez. All right, so it says test performed on Saturday gave the Braves further confidence that Darnod avoided what would have been the 5th career concussion. His status was uncertain Friday when he exited the series opener against the Padres after his mask was smacked with a foul tip. The initial dizziness he felt was gone by the time he woke up on Saturday. So that's good news there, especially when you're talking that the guy's already had 5 concussions in his career. You know, that's something they are going to be very, very precautious about is when it comes to the concussions, and rightfully so. All right, so May 18th, right-handed pitcher Pierce Johnson activated. Right-handed pitcher Jackson Stevens outrighted Triple-A Gwinnett. The Braves had thought about activating Johnson on Friday by waiting an additional day. They were able to pass Stevens through waivers and possibly keep him in the organization. Jackson has a choice to join Gwinnett or become a free agent. The additional day also gave lefty Ray Kerr an additional day to recover from his 3-inning appearance on Wednesday. Johnson had been on the 15-day injury list with right elbow inflammation. He needed a little more than a week to rest his elbow, which began bothering him.
8-degree afternoon.
At the end of April,
we head to the bottom
Johnson
of
should
2.
resume his role as one of the Braves' high-level, high-leverage options.
How does it look?
Good, but not that.
I know you're spending a lot of time out there.
I am.
Yeah.
It still says for Sean Murphy, late May expected
leading
return.
on. You know, you talked about Reynaldo Lopez responding, Jeff, and a lot of people.
And we all know about
going to respond today.
Tyler
Matzik last night at the urgent care.
His expected return is to be determined.
Okay. Toughen it out.
And of course, Spencer Strider out for the season.
I know how to play her.
As well as Angel
show the people your finger.
Yeah.
He's expected to have Tommy Johnson.
I did not. She kind of wrapped it, and I was pissed off at the time, so I didn't really say anything.
It matches Ozuna's arm sleeve, though. That's probably why you did it, right?
Exactly.
I know. I could have done the news around a little. You're welcome, Gene.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's why you did it. Well, I'll say this. Since you got stitches, the Braves have put up 2 runs in 1 frame. So we'll take it.
I had to sacrifice the top of my finger.
Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 3. Zach Kelnick.
Kelnick strikes out. Chadwick Tromp coming up now. Let's take a look at our Synovus Get There feature, and it spotlights.
All right, so we'll have Chadwick Tromp at bat, and then we'll have the top of the order again.
He likes playing here at Truist Park. He had that double on Friday night, if you remember.
Trump with a 220 batting average and a 574 OPS.
He's got a couple of doubles in the series. Sean Murphy just about set to begin that rehab assignment this week, so hopefully it won't be too long before the Braves get him back. Slow roller to short.
Oh, that's going to be an error. Error on shortstop for the San Diego Padres. That's a 1-out single for Trump.
Last year. He's known as a really good infielder, but he's had his struggle this season.
He almost got around this too much. Watch. Kind of felt, and it just hopped on him. He was almost too far away from the ball.
Cunha heading to the plate.
This goes right off the side of his glove.
That is his 7th error this season. Last year he had 4 in all of 2023. And now back to the top of the order, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh, pardon me for 1 second here, everybody.
Ronald singled last inning and came around to score.
All right, sorry about that, guys and gals. Acuna, 2-1 count.
From Cease.
That'll be ball 3.
Today,
Ronald 1 for 1 today. He had a single in the first.
Getting on this road trip can get him going because at the end of the day,
and then was later batted in.
Did last year when they set all those records and he won the MVP. So
3-1 to him. Got underneath it.
That's going to be out there. Center field caught for out number 2.
That has been giving him just a tick late on.
Trump will stay at first.
Hitters count like that. That one ran, obviously. He was trying to go away, ended up getting it in, but that's one last year you saw him click almost every time. And this year, just under it, just getting in on him. And whether it's fair or not, I mean, those are the expectations that are on him now after last year.
And after the game last night, Ozzie Albies out to right center field. Long run for Merrill, but he gets
there. That's going to be out 3, so we're going to head to the bottom of the second.
3rd inning.
Or, I'm sorry, we're heading to the top of the 3rd. Braves still lead 2-0. What's that, Kenneth? Braves brought up Dansby for the doubleheader today, huh? Sorry about that. I didn't see that. I didn't see that news. Yes, we do, Kenneth. Hey, Kenneth, is there an off day tomorrow? Or do we go straight into, do we head straight to Chicago for game 1? I guess I could probably look that up too. We're on commercial. Nope, we go straight to Chicago for game 1. Now, unfortunately, guys and gals, I do have the intent to stream. You know, I'm trying to stream every chance I can. So, just assume that, you know, I'll be streaming the next game and the next game. I'll for sure let you know if I'm not. We're just going to assume that I'll get to every game and stream. Now, the sad thing is we're enjoying the nice interactive that's all synced up with our sound and everything. That's, you know, because it's not blacked out for me, and I don't have to use VPN. We go to Chicago, and guess what? It's blacked out again, because the Cubbies are one of the teams that we play that are blacked out for me. So we'll be back to the VPN, and you know how I hate it. But at least it allows me to continue to bring it.
Play so far this season.
All right, we are back to Truist.
And he's got the single and the run scored so far here today. But you're right. I mean, look, last year when the Braves were going good, it seemed like every night he was doing something spectacular.
Yeah.
And when the Braves got off to a good start this year, he wasn't lighting the world on fire, but he was finding ways on base.
Merrill at bat.
Olsen got off to
Merrill
a
with
great
a
start
.291
the
batting
first 2 weeks or
average,
so you had
3
other
home
guys
runs,
being able to kind of carry
and
it
a
too. And it just, as I
730
said, everybody
OPS.
kind of went cold at the same time, and Riley got hurt. So you're dealing with that. I mean, it's been a, you know, like I said, but I will go the other way again, and I say,
if he wants
for me,
one of them,
it's
he'll
more
have to speak
important
up
that
and
the
say
starting
it,
pitching
man.
continues to do
That's
what
what I
they're doing,
always
because
tell
that,
him.
you know what, at the end of the day, that's how you're going to win in October.
But you know him, he likes to procrastinate,
games you're only going to score
and
3
wait
or
till
4
the last
runs.
minute.
Some of those
And I
pitchers
just
we
told
saw
him, I
last year,
said,
you got to be able to
you know,
hold the
me
opposition.
and him had that conversation
These
the other
arms
day
that are going out there right now, you
you
feel
know,
good about that.
if he wants to stream a game and he doesn't want to stream against me, then he needs to
No problem for
he needs to speak up and say, hey, you know, I'm going to go ahead and stream this game, even if it's 5 days.
The longest
from now.
time, and I was a part of that team that went to the World
Tell
Series.
me, hey, I'm going to stream this game.
We had Cliff Lee, C.J.
Because
Wilson, you know, good starters.
I
If
try
you
to
remember
spend
for
as
years,
little
the
time
Rangers led
sitting in
the
this
league every
chair
year
as
in
possible,
offense.
guys
They
and
never even made
gals,
the playoffs because they
for
were giving
health
up
reasons.
10,
So,
11, 12 runs a game.
if I know
We
I'm
said
going to try,
when we finally
like
got
I
it
just
was
told
when
you
Nolan
guys,
Ryan
the
came in,
Cubby
and we
series
started
coming up.
getting
It's
some of
3-game
the arms
series.
that we needed.
So I'll be scheduling
Dominant
all 3
bullpen
games
down
out.
there.
If he wants one of them, all he's got to do is say
That's
so.
the key for me. Is
And
that these
you know,
arms
I'll
can
take
keep doing
one of
this.
them out of the rotation.
The offense is going to hit at some point.
And you don't need,
Well,
if the arms
but
are
we
pitching
know
like this,
Mavs are
you don't need the
procrastinating.
2023 offense. Sure, that would be nice. Line drive, Orlando.
Oh, that's going to be a base hit right up
Couldn't come
center.
with it. So there's a single for the catcher, Campusano.
That's
If you
a
think
1-out
back
single.
to 21 when the Braves won the World Series, they had a good offense.
Ooh,
Wasn't
Ozzy
dominating.
come up a little
Greatest offense
gingerly.
you've ever seen. It was really, really above average and good. But
Ozzy
again,
tried
I'd rather
diving to
see
get
that
that one and come up. I
set
don't know.
all
I
the
think he was
records you
favoring his
can,
knee
and
when
then
he
you
was
get to
getting up off
postseason,
there.
and you don't have the arms to go out there and compete.
All right, so we got one
There's
out.
Ha-Sung Kim, who
Runner
had
on
the air
first.
in the field in the second inning. Now he bats here in the
Ha-Sung
third.
Kim at
I
bat.
think something to go. Look, tip your cap.
Kim
to
with a
Phillies. They're
212
playing great
batting
baseball. They're
average
winning
with
all the games
695
that they should
OPS
right
with
now,
6
but
home runs
you
on
said
the
it, the Braves
season.
only team above 500. that they've
22
played this year.
ribbies.
Which is hard to believe this far into the season.
Right? So they got a tough schedule coming up.
And it's not taking away from what they've done.
No,
They've
that's why I said that.
Yeah.
Give a lot of respect. And it's Texas Pete. Who's hot? Time to find out who's been hot.
It's the starting pitchers. This is what we're talking about, Jeff.
Welcome in, welcome in, everybody. Hey, if you haven't done so yet, smash that thumbs up for us, guys and gals.
Pitching that big of a deal.
We're looking to get 20 likes to start this stream
Go back
off.
to the year we won the World Series, man. Our bullpen was just locked down, lights out. And I think about, those years
we're
we
currently
said
sitting
with
at
Kansas
12
City,
likes,
when
ladies
they
and
had
gentlemen,
that
12 of
gauntlet
that
in the
20.
bullpen, So that's how you're going to win this thing.
And if you haven't noticed, we are looking, we are like right around the corner from that 900 subscriber goal that we have set. We're currently sitting at 892
you hope to do what,
subs.
like today, you get a few early, then you have a
you
guy
would
that
love,
can match
if
him
you'd like to
inning
help
by
us
inning
reach
by
that
inning.
goal of 900, be sure to hit that subscribe button for us.
Lopez 0-2 pitch to Kim, and the slider is away.
Because I know this, there
You
is no
need
worse
8
feeling
subs
than last year
to
you set all these records,
reach
you
that
do
goal.
this, you win game 2 the way that you wanted here in Atlanta in the playoffs, and you go up to game 3 and you don't know who your starter is. That's the tough.
And as
pill to
promised,
swallow.
I told everybody the last couple streams
the
that
end of last
if
year,
we
you
hit
had
that
the
900
injuries.
goal,
As a wide throw
there,
takes off the
oh, they
bat,
were
so
not
Braves
able to
will
get the
not
double
get
play,
two,
but they got
there
the
are
guy.
2 away.
They got the force out
Absolutely,
at second.
you definitely had the injuries
You had
to
more
work in,
you
but
had Fried, yeah.
at the
Last
same
couple
time, now
streams,
you
I've
think this
informed
year,
everybody
okay,
that
say all
if
these
we
guys
do
are
in fact
healthy, you
hit
throw
that
Fried
900
game
goal,
one.
I'm going to do
You wanna throw
something I don't
Lopez
normally
game
do.
2?
I'm going
Oh, we
to
got
celebrate
Brazil
with a
coming
shot
at
of
you.
Jack
So
Daniels
those are
live
what
on
you have to
stream
have to
with
win.
you guys.
In October.
Now, I don't act all dumb or nothing, but I don't drink. Matter of fact, the bottle of Jack Daniels has had exactly 2 shots previously drank out of
2
it.
outs back to the
And
top
those
of
2
the
shots
order
were
here,
taken
Luis
when I hit
arrives.
350 subscribers.
Lopez has thrown 8 consecutive first pitch
About
strikes.
imagine. And that's a
Make it
6-year-old
9
bottle
as
of
he
Jack
paints
Daniels.
the outside
So,
corner.
so if you'd like to see a lightweight drink live on stream, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
I think again too.
I guess what they tell me is I get a little
you
happier,
watch it,
a
follow
little
it
more
every day.
giggly.
You get spoiled watching this offense. All of a sudden it prolongs like that. You're kind of like, what the heck's going on?
Especially since there was not a drought like that last year. There were 2 or 3 games, but it wasn't that prolonged. Nice curveball there from Lopez.
And I will say this, sometimes
thank you, Gino.
you're not scoring any runs at all. It looks
Take
like
it easy, buddy.
there's no fire. It looks like you're lackadaisical, and that's just baseball, man. You're going to go through a period where it's just not a lot you can do.
Lopez trying to send us to the bottom of the 3rd inning. But first he'll check over, diving back in Kim. And yet through it all, the Braves are 26-16, which is the exact same record they had last year through 42 games.
There's different ways to get there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I was saying.
Kim goes for second. And Arise fouls it
We were
away.
in a slump. We were in a slump last season as well.
And you probably arguably had the toughest trip of the year already out of the way. Going to Seattle and then L.A.
And again, the Phillies, not to take away from their 34-14 start, but they haven't had one of those tough road trips yet.
Yeah, we got to do some catching up with the Phillies. We're already about 5.5 games
Michael
behind
Harris
them.
over in the gap. He will take it, and that will
That'll
take
be
us
out
to the
number
bottom
3,
of
so
the
we're
3rd.
heading to the bottom of the 3rd. Ozuna, Olsen, and Arcia due up. An actual fist fight or what? Road Ragers. So, hey, we already seen the man himself. He stopped in earlier and said, hey, but let's give a shout out to our good buddy over there on the go with CeeLo. Check out the top right corner of your interactive screen. You can check out CeeLo's channel by heading to youtube.com/@ on the go with CeeLo. He's another awesome streamer. Guy does Brave streams. He does a bunch of stuff, guys and gals. if you like the sports atmosphere, he's another channel to check out. Now, I do football, baseball. I've done basketball. I haven't really done any hockey yet, but plans on it. I plan on trying to dip my feet into some NASCAR, but that's for further down the road. But I don't just stay with like the Braves for baseball. I'll do other teams. Like I follow and stream the LA Dodgers, and really I'll stream any game, to be honest. But CeeLo's a Braves guy, so he does Braves streams, and then he does college football, basketball, baseball, hockey, all kinds of stuff. So be sure to check him out. Welcome in, Brandon. I hope so. At some point you really expect that these guys are going to come out of the slump. The black cloud that's looming over them, at some time, the sunshine, the wind's going to blow that cloud out of the way, and the nice, bright, sunny, sunshine day's going to move in on them, and we're going to see them all start to light up. That's my prediction. Now, when will we see that? I have no idea. 1-2 count, or Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna struck out in the first, so he's 0 for 1 on the day. Two and two count. Three and two count, so the count is full. Oh, it's back to the track. Gone! Big Bear scores! Home run! "13 homers on the season for Marcell Ozuna." You're right, Chopper. You called it. You said it was going to be at his first at bat, but we'll give it to you. It was his second, but that don't matter. He still hit the home run. He's now 13 homers on the season. He's now tied up there with Shohei Ohtani, and there's one other person that's at 13 is Aaron Judge. Braves now have a 3-0 lead. Back to back, baby! Mandelson to the chop house! Sorry about that, Kenneth. I didn't realize I didn't have the audio on.
Homers in a game all season.
Back to back home run for the Atlanta Braves. So, baby, it is time. Maybe the bats are rolling up. 4-0 lead. Got Aunt Addison. Yes, indeed. Gunnar Henderson is now he's tied for first with Kyle.
You can see that fastball there. That was a frustration fastball when he missed way up, and I think that's what he's trying to comment.
Hold on here. I got it. I can tell you.
A souvenir and a selfie for
Kyle Tucker.
the chop house.
He's tied for first with Kyle Tucker from the.
If you go look, he's given up 6 hits, and I think the only hit
from the Houston Astros with 15.
1 or 2. Albies and I think Michael Harris. Remember, that was a jam shot to left field. The off-speed
stuff. Yep, you're right, Braden. Yep, tied for first. Yep.
And you can tell Cease.
Kyle Tucker of the Houston Astros. He's tied with
out there right now. Another fastball that misses outside. 3-0 to Orlando Arcia.
3-0 to Arcia. Arcia 0 for 1 today. He had a strikeout in the first.
And that one is a ball as well. So Orlando.
Wow, I'll tell you what.
And Cease is coming
we got away with one. That ball was fully inside the top left corner of the box. It was a strike.
Asking the home plate umpire where that ball was after.
Well, he got a call that looked outside to Ozuna 2 innings ago in the first. So it all evens out there. That one definitely a strike to Michael Harris. Now there's a long way to go, but so far for these guys who have been hearing about the lack of offensive production,
sorry about
that. Feel like a great start here today.
And I think as an offense,
may our bats be plentiful.
Morning, you know, you have to be ready to go when you're facing a guy like this. He'll get your attention real quick. So, love the approach as a team here. These first 3 innings.
0-2 count Harris.
That time, Michael Harris could not stop his bat.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
High, and there's
going to be out number 1. So we got 1 out, bottom of the 3rd with a runner on first. Braves have taken a nice little lead, 4-0.
Zach Short flew out to center back in the first inning, filling in again for Austin Riley. Braves trying to avoid the injured list for Austin Riley, but this is 6 consecutive games that he's missed. Atlanta hoping to get him back on this upcoming road trip.
I'll tell you what, though, ladies and gentlemen, for Zach Short here has actually done very well filling in for Austin Riley.
For Sean Murphy, it is not that severe.
And this,
but certainly the Braves
in this
want to be
commentator's
cautious with
opinion,
their starting third baseman.
I feel he is
I can let it go
adequately filled that position and done very well. So it's good to see that, you know, we have backup positional players that, you know, if one of our guys do get hurt, like Austin, as you heard, he's been out for 6 consecutive games.
And I think it's
that
got
Zach
to the point
Short's
now,
been able to
Jeff,
step in and fill that role as
would it have
well
been better
as
to put him on the IL, but with the symptoms and how minor it was, they wanted to try to avoid that. So hindsight can be 20/20 with a 10-day IL, but
that's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike. Cease with,
again, I always say
this will be his 56th pitch on the day.
It's not
we're in the bottom of the 3rd with 1 out.
Urgent to get another guy up here.
Ball 4.
There's another walk. So 2 home runs and now 2 walks against Cease here in the 3rd inning.
Back-to-back home runs and now back-to-back walks. No, I take that back. He struck Arcia out.
Jared Kelenic will come to the plate now for Atlanta with a chance to add on to this 4-0 lead. I think for Cease too, as he's been so good on the road. He's been fine at home, but on the road, 4-0 with a 1.38 ERA. But it's been a different story so far this afternoon.
And like you said, he wanted to pitch here and pitch well. In
I didn't even see George in today there, Kenneth.
The other way, it's a line drive base hit.
Line drive, that's going to be a base hit out to left field.
Had to hold up to make sure that got through. And the bases are loaded.
Bases are juiced.
That's a beautiful piece of hitting. The first time, a couple big swings.
Bases are juiced with one out.
Takes that slider on the outer half part of the plate. Just
Kelnick with a nice hit. So we got Chad Trump heading to the bat. Ronald Acuna Jr. will be on deck, so as long as Trump doesn't get us into a double play, we should see the top of the order again.
Ruben Niebla,
we got a mound visit for San Diego.
We'll come out to talk to Dylan Cease.
Hey, welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. If you're just joining us, we're currently in the top of the fourth. Excuse me.
10th start of the year for Dylan Cease, and he has already allowed a season.
We're in the bottom of the third. My apologies.
Only in the third.
Bottom of the third with a 4-0 lead. Atlanta over San Diego. We got one out and bases juiced.
Bowser backing out of play.
All right, Trump. See, this is your problem. You're trying to smoke the ball. You're trying to hit it. You're trying to go for the glory with a grand slam. Just hit a base hit and bring 2 runs. That's all we need you to do.
Right-hander. 0-2, a sweeper.
Big swing and a miss. Like I said, dude's swinging for the fences. Instead of playing positional ball, I mean, think about it. A base hit gives you 2 runs.
Dylan Cease, when he was born in Milton, Georgia, it was right after the Braves won that first World Series. Braves won it October 28th, the 95.
Trump 0 for 1 on the day.
He reached
on an error in the
Braves
second.
fans. Grew up going to games at Turner Field. His 0-2 pitch, and it's a good one, a slider. Trump swings, helmet falls off, and he heads back to the dugout, 2 away.
Go sit down, selfish boy. That's a shame. Yes, a grand slam would be awesome. It would.
Bottom part of the zone.
But this guy's not a grand slam hitter. Just put the ball in the field. Put it in
Base
play.
is still loaded here. Ronald is 1 for 2. Ground ball.
Just like that.
Bogarts, but nothing to do with it.
Bogarts hurt.
Might be injured.
Bogarts is hurt, guys.
5-0.
Uh-oh.
But all eyes on the star second baseman.
Uh-oh, San Diego Padre fans. Second baseman Bogarts is down on the field.
From the reaction, it looks like it might be a shoulder.
Yeah, he's standing up, walking it off now. Let's see what happened here. I think he jammed his shoulder up.
Wrist.
Oh.
Yeah.
That right wrist.
Yep. Wrist.
And he kind of had it jammed awkwardly in the dirt. It does go as an RBI single for Ronald Acuna.
Which is kind of crappy. I mean, because the guy got hurt. The play got called where they could have scored another run. But hey, we'll take it. At 5-0. I hate seeing anybody get hurt.
Contract, 11 years, $280 million. But he's having a rough season offensively. He's trying to adjust to playing second base. And he's in enough pain that it looks like they're going to take him out here.
He knew it right away, too.
He was able to stop the ball, but his right wrist looked like it got jabbed up in the... He was right on the edge of the grass and the dirt. And it awkwardly got caught up and twisted there. It looked pretty nasty.
World Series titles in Boston, including one with...
He is walking off the field, so that he will be coming out of the game.
It looks like his afternoon is done. So they're going to have to replace him.
That's unfortunate. I don't like to see anybody get hurt.
You never want to see an injury, and Bogart's such
the
a
best thing, the best part about it though, is our Braves are winning. They're winning 5-0.
You hope he's
so here we go.
That being said, another good
Ozzy
job.
Albies heading to bat.
The other way.
2 outs, bottom of the
Another hit,
third, bases loaded.
And the Braves enjoying a 5-0 lead as Ozzy Albies is now the 9th hitter to come to the plate this inning. That's the 29th pitch this inning for Dylan Cease, who is
Come
up
on
over
now,
60 on the
Ozzy.
game. This
nope.
Machado
That'll be it.
battling the sun.
That's it. Out number 3. So that's going to strand 3. But the Braves put on a 3-run inning. So we are heading to the top of the 4th. The Braves lead 5-0. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. Hey, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit that like button. We're trying to reach 20 likes to start the stream off. If you don't know, that the more likes we get, the broader of an audience YouTube algorithm will push us to. So keep them thumbs up a-coming. We'd certainly appreciate it. And you might notice that we are real close to our 900 subscriber goal. We're sitting at 892 subscribers. So if you'd like to help this small streamer continue gaining my goals, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have a new outlaw join us. Because remember, we're home to your streaming outlaws. Looks like we're 6 likes away from our 20 like goal. We have 37 people watching, so be sure to smash that thumbs up for us. And guess what? It's absolutely free. Absolutely free, no charge whatsoever to hit that thumbs up. And absolutely free to subscribe to the channel. Sky Blue, thank you for that sub. I certainly appreciate it. All right, there we go. That's our first sub of the day. Now,
ball behind the
sorry about that. We're back on the field. Missed out on the first pitch. First pitch was a ball.
Last Monday, and the Braves won 2-0 in that game.
Ball 2. So the deal was that if I hit 900 subs, that I will take a shot live on stream with you guys to celebrate that 900 subscribers.
Fastball 2-1 to Tatis.
So if you want to see a lightweight take a shot and get all giggly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I just don't drink. Matter of fact, the bottle of Jack Daniels that I'll take a drink from has only had 2 shots out of it total, and that was at my 350th stream when I got my 350th subscriber goal.
Breakfast of champions. Plus, you had the late night at the 24-hour urgent care.
Exactly.
Ah, thank you so much for the likes.
Foul ball.
Thank you. All right, so we got 2-2 the count.
Has struck out quite a few times this year on sliders.
Tatis 0 for 1 on the day with a 254 batting average, 776. Yes.
Yeah, that's what Lopez got him into the double play to start the game.
This time it's a fastball. That'll work.
That's going to be a
Acuna is
fly out to a right field. Acuna under it for out number 1.
You got a guy in the back of his mind thinking slider. Sometimes you can sneak that fastball in. That's what you get.
Yeah, this one Kenneth automatically comes through.
Exactly where Chadwick
if you didn't see it, I got my automated stuff working again.
Oh, that
so the
food
people that
good.
have their profiles
folks can bring that up here anytime. Curly fries.
Public, it'll show up like that, and the counter will work on its own. It's only I only have to update it when they got their accounts hidden to the public. Their subscribers is how that works.
Were you
that's
even
all
watching,
in your,
or were
that's
you
all
talking
in
to
your
the
YouTube settings, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
You can go into your YouTube settings and change that if you want.
I know you can.
By default, you have your
the
subscribers
great
hidden.
Padres announcers for the game, Don Orsillo and old Mark Grant Mudd.
In order for you to show up,
he
your
came up
name
with a
show
new term
up
this year
for
called
the
slam
automated
range
system.
that he uses a lot.
You have to
Apparently,
change that
Don's
to public.
about to kill him.
Didn't you work it into a broadcast that you had with Don?
I did, and there was only a runner at first.
Hey, Mateo, how you doing?
And I said, we're getting close to slam range.
There's Don on the right.
You do?
They are fantastic.
You do?
And a lot of
San
fun,
Diego,
too.
the first 2
guys
games
to be around.
have
us.
played flawlessly, really.
I did a Padres game with Don a couple years ago, and I had to remind him, when we did it on TBS, that he couldn't say Slam Diego. Even though I do love it when he says that. Not this weekend, of course.
No. Yeah, it doesn't play as well in the national telecast.
That's going to be foul ball.
It's unbelievable how just Lopez, you want to talk about pounding the zone too. I mean, every hitter for the Padres right now, for the most part, just find themselves 0-2, 1-2. And you almost become a guessing game now. I mean, you're on the defense if you're hitting.
And he's only at 50 pitches. 2 outs, nobody on. Cronenworth awaits. He could not stop.
Oh, he got him swinging. There you go, baby.
Top of the 4th, right.
We're heading to the bottom of the 4th with a 5-0 lead. We're now at 17 lights. We're right around the corner for that 20-light goal. Oh, all right. Thank you for the next 2 subs, guys. I will get that updated here momentarily. Now, unfortunately, the 2 of you that have subscribed, I'll give it a minute, because with the delay between YouTube and everything, it could still pop up through the interactive. So I'll give it a minute or so. If it doesn't pop up, then I'll go in and I'll update it. So the last 2 subscribers, it looks like, they would have their subscriber list hidden to the public. They got it set for private. That's why they don't show up like that. But thank you anyways. The only difference with that is I can't announce you and call you out by name and welcome you in as a outlaw that way, because it doesn't tell me that you. It just says somebody subscribed. It doesn't tell me who. So at least that way I'm not purposely not calling you out and saying, hey, thanks for the sub. If I knew who you were, I absolutely would call you.
The back-to-back homers for him and Olsen, Brandon, back in the 3rd.
I'm excited for it, Jeff.
It's our StatCast 3D.
Here we are.
Cloud.
Got it updated. Thank you so much.
Off the bat, 411. Well, Matt said I'll show you up a little bit. Went 113.
Oh.
400.
Five subbies away from it, ladies and gentlemen.
Marcel's was a little more majestic.
5 subbies. We reached that 900 goal. I'm going to take
both
I'm going to celebrate with a shot live
cold
on
one
stream.
in the chop
you guys
house with a
celebrate.
home run ball now.
That's right. Nice little Monday afternoon.
Yep, wish it was us.
Yeah, could be. You're not working
Thank you
game
for that
2,
like. I
so
certainly appreciate it.
if you want to head out there. You have an obligation.
I do.
CJ Nitkowski will be on. For
I love having all the subs come in during this stream. But I'll be honest.
No, you're getting older.
I really hope it comes like I hit that 900 later for tonight's stream.
Yeah, injuring your finger on an off day.
A little early to drink.
2-1 here to the Big Bear. 3 balls and a strike.
And see the difference in this game. Look where Lopez, we talked about.
Ozuna 1 for 2 today with a solo home run in the second.
Been pitching behind
or the third.
the count almost all
Sorry,
day.
in the third. 3-1 count.
Had a couple of
No
walks
outs.
last inning. And the 2 homers he gave up. This one will stay in
That's
the
going to
yard.
be short, shallow,
Tatis
out to right
overturned the
field,
line. He's
caught.
got it.
Out number 1.
I was wondering if you go back in the first inning, the Braves had 4 hits, and they had 4 hits again in the third inning.
Welcome
Only
in,
the
Lane.
second time in Dylan Cease's career that he's given up 4 hits in a couple different innings in a start. Last year versus
Absolutely,
St. Louis,
Laney, there.
second and third innings.
Big Bear hit a
mentioned
homer.
his
Matt
struggles
Olson
last year relative
back-to-back
to him.
hit one
For
after
most
him.
pitchers, it still would have been a solid season. But man, 2022,
been a great
he
game.
was so good. Second in the Cy Young voting in the AL behind Justin Verlander. And just had a fantastic season with a 2.20
Well, you be sure to tell the
ERA.
grandson,
It's been off
C
to a
Sports
similar
Network,
start here this
Dan
year
Yes,
until
Mr.
today.
KGB says, hey-o.
Matt Olson, an RBI single in that solo home run, so he's 2 for 2.
The old 12-20 start gets him every time, doesn't it?
And for this guy, just good to see that bat over the last week, Frenchie. He's starting to really figure some things out, I think.
Well, it's so funny because I'm sure
Foul
he
ball.
had people just, why don't you go watch your film from last week?
3-1 count for Matt Olson.
A little easier
That's what
said
people
than
used to say to
done.
me, and I'm like, I'm watching, I still can't see it. Can't see the difference.
Well, I hope
There's
we're
a
back.
little mechanical thing.
Certainly
but
hope
it
so.
takes a while sometimes to get them ironed out.
Hey, D, what's up? About to head to
Cease
work,
with a
huh?
walk on a slider that misses. So Matt Olson on base all 3 times so far today.
Gino stopped in earlier, but he said he hasn't been feeling good the last couple days.
And for as good as
So,
Cease has been in his
now I don't
young
know if that's
career,
why he
the
took
walks
off
have been
early,
one
but he
thing
said
that
he
have
had
been an
to
issue
get
for
going.
him. He's been a little better with a walk rate this year, but now he's given up 3 free passes here today.
Tell more than anything just by his body.
Welcome
language.
in,
He's
everybody.
really frustrated now.
Remember, smash that thumbs up for us. Check us out.
And Orlando's going to make
Oh,
it
that's
more
going to be
frustrated.
base hit.
A solid single to left off the slider.
So
So
our,
2 on with 1
we're
away.
doing great. That's 9 hits we've had today. So we got 1 out. Runners on first
Got a
and
hanger
second.
up in the zone there, and you can see Mike Schultz still obviously he's going to want Cease to go as far as he possibly can with the doubleheader, knowing you got the other game tonight to deal with.
You do, of course, get the 27th man for the doubleheader. Each team called up a reliever. The Braves called up Daysbel Hernandez. And the Padres called up a reliever of their own. With
Yeah.
Logan Gillespie coming up from AAA for the day.
What? The action cam. What the hell? It took us under the ground.
1-0 to Michael Harris. And Cease's control issues continue.
Well, at the lefties right now, he's just missing arm side bad. Saw 2 or 3
The
of those
pitcher
pitches
cam has
to
us under the ground.
Matt Olson, you see that
Uh-oh,
14
we better
pitches
just
this
stay
inning,
with
10
strike
balls.
zone for a little while.
Does catch the corner there on the slider. Braves got 2 runs in the first, 3 in the third, and now threatening for more here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, he said he hadn't been feeling good for a couple days. I told him, I said, oh, that must be who I got it from. He was coughing on me sitting in the corner. So we got Michael Harris at bat with a 2-2 count. Michael is 1 for 2 on the day. He had an RBI single in the first. He's got a 256 batting average, 4 home runs, 16
to
ribbies,
Michael Harris.
and a 673 OPS on the season.
And that one came in and found the bat. Dylan Cease back in his Milton High School days, such a great career as we were talking about earlier. He was a Vanderbilt commit, but he was likely going to be a first-round pick. Then he had a tear in his UCL, so he had to have Tommy John surgery. He fell to the 6th round of the draft, taken by the Cubs. Still got a big signing bonus of almost $2 million.
Well, I appreciate you stopping in on your way to work
would
there,
eventually
Dave.
go to the White Sox, where
it.
he had all that success a couple of years ago.
And we'll be here again at 5 o'clock.
What trade was What trade was he in with the Cubs and White Sox? Is that the
That's 5 Central.
Jimenez.
Start time 6:20. First pitch is 6:20 Eastern and 5:20
Jimenez
Central.
was the biggest piece that was traded going the other way. That was back in July of 2017.
We had our good friend CeeLo stop in the beginning of the stream as well.
Crosstown Rock.
Yeah,
I'd like to give him another shout out. I'll throw his link up there. Another awesome streamer. So if you guys never checked his channel out, be sure to go over and check him out.
He was traded for reliever Steven Wilson and then 3 prospects that were exchanged
he likes
in
sports
that trade.
content. He does a really, really good job.
Battling with Harris. This one put in play.
Yeah, they're going for a double.
Second, and he will get Orlando Arcia 2 outs.
He got the force out at second, but nothing thereafter. So we have 2 outs, but we have runners on the corner now.
Well, with C struggling in at 84 pitches, they do have Logan Gillespie, who was the guy that
That's
was
sad.
as the 27th man, warming up in that Padres bullpen.
Yeah, I would think they're going to try to let
Brandon.
Cease
Well,
get through
thanks.
this inning,
Appreciate
but
you.
I would imagine we may not see him for the 5th.
Hopefully, hopefully you're able to keep your eyes on the road, though. But if you got one of them new
Runners at the corners for Zach
automobiles, you know, they got the nice,
one of those things
nice
your manager
little
let you see them, especially
video
races,
screen
for the most part,
and
you let them go
Bluetooth
back there hoping they
capabilities.
figured something
Pretty
out. And
nice.
sometimes it's just not meant to be for.
No, you pointed it out. You can just see the look on his face. Yeah. It's been frustration.
And on the other side, you know, for the Braves, hopefully this gives you a little confidence, man. You're been struggling offensively. One of the better pitchers in our game, and put up 9 hits and 5 runs here through 3 2/3.
A chance for more, but short is down 0-2. Good block there by Camposano to keep the runners put.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Laney there, Brandon. I don't want to tell you what to do. You're a grown man or so. But rather you not text us while you're driving. And I certainly appreciate you stopping in to listen, though. I welcome you to come text us any other time. So don't get that. We'd love to have you in the chat, just don't want you to text and drive.
For Zach Short, his 7th game in a Braves uniform. Did have RBI doubles this last week on Tuesday and Wednesday as he fills in.
We want our viewers to stay safe.
Base. Runner goes for second, but Michael Harris will have to return to first.
So can you guys, I brought this up earlier in the broadcast. Sorry about that. Damn. Can you believe De La Cruz
long innings for Dylan Cease.
of the Cincinnati Reds, as of right now, is sitting at 30 stolen bases on the season. Already 30 stolen bases. That is phenomenal. I mean, Ronald
Short puts it in play out to left center, but Merrill.
That's going to be out to left center, shallow of the track, out number 3.
The side. We are through 4, 5-0 Atlanta.
We're heading to the top of the 5th with Atlanta leading 5-0. I mean, Ronald didn't even have 30 stolen bases at this time last year. I don't believe. Now I'd have to look that up to make sure that I'm not telling a fib. But I don't believe so. Gino! All right. Hopefully you're feeling a little better. Oh, I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit that 20 like goals, so we're going to go beyond. Can we reach 30? We're in the 5th inning. It took us 4 innings to get to 20. So could we hit 30? Let's go for it. If you're here and you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up for us. Lorenzo, I do mostly the Braves. I've done several Dodger games. I've done a couple Angels games this year. Basically, I'm down with doing whatever team. Well, that didn't sound right. I'm down to broadcast whatever team. Somebody join me?
Yo.
What's up, Mom? Oh, there we go. Sound is back on. Sorry about that, guys.
That ball is fair.
Welcome in.
Just
Were you joining for the broadcast?
Right field line. And
here in just a minute.
Is going to get into second base with a double.
Let me get this board set up and it'll work.
Well, that's one of those doubles that when you hit it, Brandon, you really have no idea where the ball went. You see the inside, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's perfect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear him already, our buddy Ben, Mr. Iceman himself, is joining up here for the broadcast.
So for the first time today, the Padres have a runner in scoring position. You saw Ronald was wanting to throw to second.
But he was trying to plant and do that speed turn, but he slipped. It's one of those that he does such a great job on.
All right, so that was a leadoff double for the San Diego Padres.
Tyler Wade. Remember, he replaced Xander Bogaerts, who left with an
Ronald Acuna grabbed the ball and
so first at bat today
tried to plant his foot to spin and slipped and stumbled backwards. So
utility guy
allowed the guy to reach second without a problem.
Now going to get some extended time here.
1-1 count to Tyler Wade. Tyler Wade, a .246 batting average, 0 home runs, 6 RBIs, and a .609 OPS on the season. He's 1 for 1 in the count, no outs. Runner on second.
Trying to lay down a
bunt.
Albies will have to hurry. What a play!
What a play! Albies with just a scoop of the beautiful. Yes, the runner advances to third, but Albies scoops it with the glove and at the same time tosses it to Olsen to get him just in time. What a play!
Look how much force he gets on this toss.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, Wade runs well.
From one glove right into the other.
It was just perfect.
Wow.
Love to see what the StatCast probability was of that play being made, and if it's more than 10%.
Wow, that was.
There's no way.
That was good.
Wow.
Hey, we got to give it up to Lopez today, guys and gals.
You do have Machado.
He is really killing it for us right now. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx
Jackson Merrill is the batter.
But Lopez has been pitching a pretty phenomenal game
Another
so
chance
far.
for Ozzie Albies. Just a little more routine. The Padres are
That's out number 2.
Machado crosses home plate.
Yeah, but you know what?
Machado does score though, so the San Diego Padres are on the board.
At least they're playing better today.
One pitch out.
Oh yeah, they are.
I've been listening on the radio.
Rally or feeling like they can get back in the ball game.
Yeah, they definitely. Let me know when you got your cam on.
And you've done it all efficiently.
You don't have to put your cam on if you don't want.
As he faces the catcher Camposano.
But we likes to see our commentators.
You see how Lopez is so down in the zone.
So I got this
high velocity.
I got this deal with everybody that I told them,
down there.
When we reach 900 subs, I'm going to celebrate. Celebrate with them by taking a shot live on stream with them.
Well, he knows he's got an aggressive hitter in Camposano.
We've already put on 3 subs, so now I'm sitting at 895.
That is the lowest in Major League Baseball.
And we're five subs away from that 900. And I just had to say a little bit ago that, boy,
Boy,
you know, I really love. Oh, nice play, Ozzy.
We head to the bottom of the
That's
fifth.
going to be it. We're heading to the bottom of the fifth. 5-1 lead for the Atlanta Braves.
Better lighting now.
So I told him, I said, you know, I love all the subs and would love to have them keep coming in, man. But I hope the 900 doesn't come through until maybe later tonight's stream. I'd hate to get drunk in the morning and then still have to stream. And I'm a lightweight. I could see one shot getting me drunk. Hey, thank you, Lorenzo. Appreciate that sub. Oh, we're closer. We're one closer. But I am a man of my word. I will absolutely take a shot. Gene, we all need to push buttons. Well, thank you, Kenneth. Oh, you do cabinetry there, Gene? That's pretty cool. So, like, do you work with wood then? I mean, do you build more than just cabinets? Yeah, it could very well. Very well. I don't drink, so I don't know what one shot would really do, to be honest.
Braves coming back up on a
But in all seriousness, do you do woodworking for a living then? I would love to have
a break in between
computer desk custom built
tonight here on our air.
And if that's something you do
I
and
appreciate
you'd be
you saying
interested
that,
in
Jeff.
maybe
I'll be here for the rest of the day.
Doing.
And here's the new pitcher. So Dylan Cease only lasts 4 innings. And Logan Gillespie, who was called up as the extra guy for the doubleheader, comes in out of the pen. And
well, it's a huge milestone.
Yeah, fastball,
even though, I should wait for 1,000
this year in the big league
subs, but I don't want to drink on 1,000 subs because I want to be
7
clear-headed.
pitches, 2 strikeouts.
Because at 1,000
everything else
subs,
has been in
AAA. We're going to be handing out 2 $25 gift cards. That is now confirmed, everybody. There will be 2 $25 gift cards we'll be handing out for our 1,000 subs celebrations. What's that? Can you hear me, Ice?
As a player, split doubleheader versus straight doubleheader, what were your thoughts?
Iceman!
Oh, gosh, you love the straight.
There he is.
Keep going. Get a PBJ and roll.
I don't know if he can hear me, though.
Crunchy or creamy
Hello?
peanut butter?
Creamy peanut butter.
Okay.
You know, I will say this.
Let me message him on Discord
Easier
here.
having a split double header when you have a nice park or new locker rooms. Like we had a split double header couple times in Fenway. That was miserable.
Yeah. That visitors clubhouse.
Yeah, you get nothing to do.
So what will most guys do? Go in, play cards, just relax?
You either have some that, take a nap, watch a movie. I would play cards.
Or 9 holes.
Yeah, depending on how close you are to the near scores.
1-2 from Gillespie.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Fouls it off.
Yeah, but as a player, you always wanted to play right away because that's the hardest thing, right? You shut your body down and then all of a sudden you got to get cranked back up.
Well, and then after the game, both teams have to head to the airport. San Diego's going to go to Cincinnati for 3. The Braves to play the Cubs for 3. So it makes for a little bit of a longer night.
Yeah, I hear you now.
All righty. Okay, you hear me now. What was it?
1-2 to Kelnick. Puts it in play. Lazy fly
All right,
ball.
so he hears me now. Get him uncovered. There we go.
Quick message now from Zaxby's.
Your camera's not exactly lined up.
Zaxby's new Southern Fried Shrimp.
You would have to move to your right.
Paired with a one-of-a-kind sauce.
Get centered up with your camera.
That looks pretty good, too.
Well, I think a lot of the Braves players, if I had to guess.
All right, so here we are, bottom of the fifth. We have one out. Chadwick Trump.
I would imagine most of them had a nice reservation at a place in Chicago that was really good. And now you got night.
Yes.
You're not even going to get time to go to
I think it must be on your end there.
The next 2 games in Chicago are night games.
Exactly.
You sound
So
computerish
really
every now and then, like
in Chicago,
your connection.
like there normally is for these guys.
And, which is weird because, I mean, for years it seemed like we always drew the Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Chicago where you get the weekend, you get the
there knows chug.
local games, I guess, 2:20 Eastern, but you knew you could go get a good meal. Now it's going to be, whatever's on the bird.
I would hope not.
And then on
hope not,
getaway
but
day up in
right.
Chicago Thursday, it's an afternoon
Maybe,
game, and then the Braves will head to
okay,
Pittsburgh
so I
for
said I'd
3.
do a shot.
Chadwick
Maybe I
Trump
could just
awaits
sip on that
1-2.
one shot
And
for
he's
the
got a
rest of
hit
the
to
game.
left field.
That's going to be a base hit
Already
for Chadwick Trump.
hits today
All
for
right,
Atlanta.
so another runner on the board, or on the
That was
base.
a hanger.
So that is 10 hits
Good job
on the
by
day
Trump.
for the Atlanta
Recognizing
Braves.
it. We showed you earlier. Continues to hit well here at Truist Park.
Yeah, he's been without Sean Murphy.
Everybody
he's
saying,
been a
"Hey
nice
there,
presence,
Ice."
And now with Travis d'Arnaud getting dinged up,
I don't think
the
he can
luxury
hear
to have
us.
Chadwick Trump.
I mean, I would imagine you had reservations, didn't you, tonight? Take the whole crew to dinner?
We were going to, and then when Saturday happened, we'll get the Dover Soul and
Iceman!
we'll send you a picture.
God, the best.
What's up, CeeLo? High to the face.
Well, that's going to be the Allegheny White.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
that's right. I'm sorry.
There we go.
How dare I?
You're muted again on my end. Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, yep, I hear you now. Can you hear me?
Ronald Acuna, a couple of hits, a run driven in.
Hello.
He's down 0-2 here. And he gets a piece of the fastball.
Let me see here.
Gillespie last year, the last 2 seasons was with Baltimore, but most of his time was in the minors. He only threw 26 innings combined the last 2 seasons for the Orioles. So very limited major league experience for this 27-year-old right-hander. Acuna to right center field. He's got a 3-hit ball game. Ronald's
Acuna.
second. He's got a double, drops at third, and the Braves
Nice.
are in business.
Atlanta Braves. Acuna with a double.
Great piece of hitting here. Takes this change up, shoots it to right center. And you talked about 27 years old. You can see for Gillespie, high velocity. He's got some good stuff. What that tells me a lot of times is you got good stuff, you tend to maybe make mistakes. And there's a perfect example. 0-2 to give a guy like Ronald, I don't care how bad you're struggling, that type of pitch, majority of the time they're going to hit it hard.
Now here is Ozzie Albies. Infield comes in for the Padres.
Yeah,
Got a piece
he
of
can't
Ozzie,
seem to
but he's
hear me.
okay. So Jeff, 11 hits for the Braves. That is the most hits for Atlanta since April 16th. Over a month since the Braves.
We'll definitely get that worked out for
And
game
they've
2.
done this in 4.
So we got Ozzie Albies up to bat with 1 out. We got
So
runners
hopefully more
on
to come.
second and third. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Albies is 1 for 3 today with a single in the
Ahead of it,
first.
Ozzie sends his foul.
That's going to be foul ball.
I feel like hopefully they're about to really let out some frustration. Drop a big number.
So CeeLo says taking a pie to the face instead seems to be popular. I wouldn't mind that. Ah, there we go. He's in the chat. Ice is.
Oh,
There we
called
go.
strike
Oh.
on the inside corner. Ozzie did not like it, but he is retired 2 away.
That's a pretty good pitch. I think more than
You
anything,
hear?
I think
What was
Ozzie
that?
surprised.
Were you talking?
Yeah, I got it figured out.
All right.
Tough one to pull the trigger on.
It went boom out
Yeah,
of my
nothing he
hand.
could do with that.
Yeah, exactly. Another example. He made a pitch on that one.
They're
One
playing
before
lots,
the round,
lots
we made a
better than
mistake.
yesterday.
Oh, yes, they are.
So now the infield back to
I mean, we
normal
got
depth.
11 hits on the day, 5 runs.
We're at the
And-
bottom of the 6th, right?
Yeah, we're in the bottom of the 5th.
Oh, 5th.
You know, we've had 2 homers so far. I mean, so much better playing today. CeeLo has a thing for pie, huh?
Marcell homer in the third to extend his hitting streak to 12 games.
Trying to come up with some creative ways to celebrate that 1,000 subscriber
That's
goal.
where he's, to me, since last year when he got going, it just his ability to lay off.
All right,
pitch.
guys and gals, we are
More
22
times
likes,
now.
so we
Not
are
saying
8
he
likes
won't
away
go there
from our
sometimes,
30 like
but He has
goal.
limited that where you really
Yeah,
got to throw the ball over the
40-some
plate.
people, I believe.
2-1.
And let me get this fixed back to
Chased a four-seamer there to even the
OBS
count.
and get you turned on. There we go.
Yeah, the walk rate.
We got
better,
40 people
everything
in with
better
us.
since
If
the
you
start of
haven't
last
done so
year,
yet, smash
but
that
eye
thumbs up.
discipline for
Oh,
Marcell
we are
Ozuna
sitting at
has
24.
been
Thank you for
so
the
much
likes.
better.
So we are cruising to that 30 and beyond.
Oh, that came in and hit it. And it was a curveball at 84 miles an hour. So
Loaded
at least
bases.
it wasn't
Ouch.
Time for a
deep.
grand slam.
Bases are loaded now.
Bases are juiced
Ain't gonna hurt
with
the
Big Bear being hit by the pitch. Matt Olson, the Big O,
I got the
heading to
elbow
the
guard
plate.
as well.
Oh, that was right on the elbow.
Yeah,
Good thing
it
you
was.
had that.
That pad.
Yeah, good thing you had that pad. But even still, man, 80-some mile an
Well,
hour, man.
Matt
That's still
Olson.
gotta hurt.
He's having a great game. RBI single, solo homer, and a walk with a chance here now with the bases
Come
loaded
on,
to add
come
on to
on.
this 5-1 lead.
This would be the one time.
Come on, Matt.
Four-seam.
Matt Olson today playing his 501st consecutive game.
Yes.
Playing every day.
Our GMC making the grade feature there.
I actually read an article, I think it was last week, about load
Does the
management. I think Jesse Rogers wrote it.
What flag?
It was very interesting. Just seeing different organizations, what their philosophy and how they use it.
What flag, CeeLo? I guess.
Well, full count here to Matt Olson and nowhere to put him.
Oh, no. I don't get one for the chop, no. All season long, I've not gotten a single one.
Drop at third,
For the
Acuna
chop.
at second, Ozuna at first. Here's the payoff
Full
pitch.
count. Bases
and it's
loaded.
out of
2
play.
outs. Here's the
He
money
just had to
one.
make a pitch right now. That's kind of been what he's done to the lefties. That
Hey,
fastball at 95, 96, 97.
Nope. All season long I've been using it, and I haven't gotten a ID claim at all.
So the sun is heating up
That's
out
it.
there. We've gone across 80
Dang it.
degrees. A lot of sweat on the brow of Gillespie.
Hey, Ice, I
But he
got.
does get Matt Olson. Goes back to that.
Oh, I got
fastball.
him
Braves
swinging,
leave him
so
loaded.
the
We're through
Braves
5
strand
innings.
3. So we are heading to the top of the 6th. The Braves leading 5-1. I have credentials for you to watch off of the MLB.com.
About the webcast?
No.
Okay.
Here, give me a second.
Uh-oh. I'm going to close something out. What did I do? There they go.
All right. Come into your DM.
Gotcha.
Copy and paste that. Let me know when you got it so I can delete it out of Discord. Thank you. Thank you, TTSPAL. TTS Pal. Thank you for the sub. I certainly appreciate that. Oh, getting closer. Almost hitting that 900 subscriber goal. Wow, it's been a long time in the making. Thank you so much, everybody.
It did turn out to be a pretty good day, though. Yeah, I got it. Go ahead.
All right. Head on over to MLB.com. Log in with those credentials. Let me know if you're able to log in. All right, here comes first pitch for Lopez. Lopez having a phenomenal game, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the top of the sixth. He's pitched 62 pitches so far. Knock on wood, but he's been a savior for us this game. Oh, okay. So I knew it. I'm gonna stop sending praise because I just jinxed this. So we got a leadoff single for the Padres.
Take out your phones and
Sorry
scan
about
this
that.
QR code on your screen for a chance to check in to chill.
The audio
we'll be
is
showing
queued
that
up
shortly. You can get a lot with that QR code if you are the winner. That misses outside. Top of the order here in Luis Arraez.
Oh, 48. I didn't see we had 48. I'm trying to help Ice here get logged into the MLB account.
I'm logged in, but I'm not seeing any video.
Okay, you got to go to the top, and you're going to click on watch.
2. He does have a 19-game hit streak against
And,
Atlanta.
not watch. Hold on here. Let me get back to the.
Of all the guys active in Major League Baseball.
Okay, yeah, you'll and you could choose from the Braves broadcast or the San Diego Padres broadcast team.
We're going to need more than just a half inning to talk about that. And off the air.
There you have it, my brother. I meant to give it to you last night.
There was some cash exchange and then 4 players, not big names, but names
not
that
the radio broadcast.
Skip Schumacher does not seem very happy right now. I think just going back to last year and everything that happened.
Okay, so just a second.
Yeah, there were some interesting decisions.
At the top, go to MLB.com. You're going to click MLB TV,
Peter Bendix,
and
now
then
the Miami Marlins, and that was really his first big
MLB
move. Was
TV,
that trade that sent Arraez to San Diego?
On the left, you're going to click Watch, and it's going to bring up the whole list of all the games.
Okay.
Ground ball to short. The runner was going out at second. Double play.
Oh, double play! Beautiful.
Very nice.
I think he got it just before
scroll
that
all the way.
on.
Do you see where it says MLB streams live game schedule?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to challenge us.
Scroll all the way to the bottom, and where it says blackout restrictions, type your zip code in and submit it. And see if Atlanta is blacked out for you or San Diego.
Was right there on the call.
Live regular season games involving the clubs are
70th pitch of the afternoon for Lopez.
Zip code area.
And he throws it by Fernando Tatis Jr.
What teams?
Man, that was a huge double play. You know, with Rise, how good he is. If he gets on right there, you know.
Yeah, but is Atlanta part of that?
You give them a little life.
Yeah.
And you kind of shut that down.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Same thing for
Second
Ron.
double play the Braves have had defensively here in Game 1 of the doubleheader.
Yeah.
Well, you could use it to watch any. The only teams you won't be able to watch are the ones that are on your blackout list.
Well, I have to put in the different zip code in Use my VPN later.
Yep.
Orlando Arcia throws
Arcia the first over out number 3. We are heading to the bottom of the 6th with the Braves leading
for a chance to check into
5-1. I gotta check and see how many subs I got. We're at 24 likes on the day. Thank you to everybody that has liked and subscribed thus far. And most of all, thank you to all returning subscribers for supporting the channel. Ooh, we are at 898. We're 2 likes away from that 900. Fubu TV's $100 a month, huh? Wow.
Wow, yeah. Nope.
All right, let me get that subscribe updated. All right, give me 1 second here. I'll be off camera, off mic for a second. I'm going to jump up and go grab all that.
Think you fixing to get it, huh? So you fixing to get it, huh? Yeah.
Orlando Arcia leading things off here after having a nice
one sub now
in the top half.
One sub.
So the Freeze won the race in between the top and bottom of this inning. Does he have to do a doubleheader too? I would think, right?
I don't know if he can do that.
Look at there, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached our 900 sub goal. Thank you so much, everybody.
How about that guy dressed like
the
Freeze?
Guys are awesome.
1 and 2.
We have hit that 900 goal.
I don't know how they pick who races them, but I think you should have to qualify a little bit.
Yeah, there's sometimes some people out there
that
zero business.
Yeah.
Let me get things updated and then don't have a shot with me.
Orlando reaches for it, sends it out to center, but it hangs in the air for Merrill.
Okay. You want a shot with me?
I'll do a shot with you too.
Okay.
Be right back.
Our Yellowwood bringing the lumber feature today spotlights the next man up, Michael Harris, who has an RBI single today back in the first inning.
Let me get this updated real quick.
Games. Michael is enjoying playing.
Thank you, everybody, for helping me hit that 900 goal. It's been a long time coming. Now we just need to continue moving forward.
Done a great job patrolling center field here at Truist Park.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course, won the Rookie of the Year when he was 21 years of age, just 3 years after he graduated from Stockbridge High School in suburban Atlanta.
As promised.
What's cool too is just the maturity of him at a young age last year to kind of admit maybe I didn't work as hard as I might have needed to during the offseason. Against training, he felt a little overweight, changing, and boy, he lost it quickly.
We'll be good. We'll be good.
This one right back where it came from. Gillespie makes the play.
Thank you, everybody, for the support.
Have that self-awareness.
Each and every one of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So you got your shot too.
Man enough to say it, and he did. And again, I'll say this: I love the way he plays out there in center field and what he gets to.
I'm glad that's you, not me.
I think it's so cool too, the connection he's.
Well, here you go, my friends. Thank you, everybody, for all the support.
To Michael.
Here's to 900 and beyond.
To have.
No.
And in fact, when Michael Harris won that Rookie of the Year in 2022, he dedicated it to Marquise Grissom for all the help he had given him through the years growing up.
And that is why I don't drink. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Just like I
Actually, it
dedicate
wasn't
this
too bad.
broadcast to you, Jeff.
Thank you, man. Means a lot.
Now that's
I know
my
you've had that
my
injury
limit,
and
ladies and gentlemen. That
been
is
thinking
all I
about
will
you.
take.
Out to right
But
field.
thank you guys.
Tatis
You know,
over,
it was important enough
and
to
he's got it
be.
in foul
I
ground.
don't drink very
He's got
often,
to
and
strap
I
on
wanted
and
to.
go.
I wanted to
That's what they
celebrate.
say.
Yeah, you can go ahead and clean that up if you want. Woo! You got it worse than me if you're drinking moonshine over there.
Well, here's the thing, though. You see the bottle level, it ain't very much because it is 128 proof. So I only do a shot or so of that every now and then. That's just. It was more or less. I got it as a joke last year for my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't drink. I don't drink hard liquor very often. I had a really bad experience with it. I was drinking one night, drinking beer and stuff, and was already, I'll admit it, I was already drunk. And this is back when I was younger and was able to run and out. Me and my cousin were out working out. We drank some beer and we're running for because you remember I fought Iron Man and everything, so we're training. And I come up to somebody's people that we knew, and I really needed a drink. We had just ran 2 miles after drinking a 12-pack between the two of us. Needed a drink, so out of breath already, and they had a Mountain Dew bottle. And they're like, "Oh yeah, well here you go, dude." I tell you what, I don't know why, but I got 2 big gulps down before my body reacted to tell me, "Wait a minute, this isn't Mountain Dew." They had frickin' rum, Everclear, and vodka in that bottle.
Oh, Jesus.
And oh man, I threw up and threw up and threw up and threw up.
All you had to say was Everclear. That's enough right there.
Oh yeah, man, it was terrible.
My used to go to drink was peppermint pops, but
I know it, CeeLo. You're killing it over there for your NASCARs, man. CeeLo says if I did a shot every 100 subs, I'd get drunk on my NASCAR streams.
oh no.
Yeah, he does quite well. Those NASCAR streams, man. He's definitely hit gold with them.
Nice.
Again, thank you everybody for all the subs. We have finally hit that 900. You know what? Now it's time to change that up. That's going to be a base hit up the middle for the San Diego Padres. So that's going to be a leadoff single. $1,000. Feels good to finally see that goal amount at 1,000.
We must have the same umpires as last night.
They've had some bad calls yet today.
And that last pitch would have been a strike.
$26 likes on the day, everybody. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that thumbs up. We're trying to reach 30 and beyond. Sorry about that. Thanks, CeeLo.
It's worked out pretty well.
Sorry about that, ladies
up there.
Yeah, it's like a
sorry,
rite of passage.
Ice.
I'm just glad to see that they're actually doing.
You ever play hockey?
Phil Massey
I know it.
all the way through high school.
It seems like
he
though,
wanted me to play,
if you go back and you look at all the
I wanted
early
to learn
games that the Braves have
how to
played,
skate,
they
really
normally
go through
play
those
very
lessons.
well when it comes to the early games.
Well,
Plus, I had an excellent jump shot.
I was going to
You
say
know,
the
a
other
doubleheader,
sports worked
though.
out pretty
That's-
well for you. A little wild pitch there will put both far in scoring.
Thank you,
position.
Laney.
Remember,
I
you're a
appreciate
Georgia
that.
High School Hall of Famer in football.
Long time coming.
Basketball, not so much.
I guess I didn't realize you did play in high school basketball.
9th grade year, then I hung it up.
Then you
Yeah.
realized where your focus was.
Absolutely. Thank you for all the likes. We're just about to that 30 goal.
3-1 pitch, and that is high and
Another
outside.
shot,
43.
2 runners on here
Man,
in the 7th inning.
that's going to
AJ
be a
Minter
walk.
has
Now, this
started
is
to
not
warm
what we
up for
need.
Atlanta.
Lopez, it seems like he might be starting. Yep, they got AJ Minter warming up. Looks like Lopez might be starting to fatigue some.
Rick Kranitz is going to take
He's
a
at-
stroll to the mound here to talk to Lopez.
Will this be it? Lopez at 79 pitches has pitched a phenomenal game so far.
4 out of the 5 hits Lopez has surrendered today were to the leadoff hitters.
We'll come in here
Twice he got double
in
plays
game
after
2
that.
later today. We'll have Chris Sale pitching for us. Both
Still wanna
Lopez
give him
and
every
Sale have
opportunity to
been
finish this inning, but I think a little
very
bit too, you
consistent pitchers for us.
gotta be smart in a way too with
Oh
a
no.
nice 5-1 lead.
Oh, sorry, I just one.
Lopez season high 94 pitches. Again, last time out he only threw 71, but that's because his back was bothering him a little
Just
bit.
what I mean. I probably should have, sipped on that instead of doing the full shot. Just because the medication I'm on
Facing
too.
Manny Machado.
Oh, shit,
So I'm
I
going to
forgot
limit
that.
myself.
Machado is starting to come out of his slump. He had 2 hits yesterday, had a double in the 5th
Hey,
inning here
think
today,
about
but
that.
before yesterday he was 2 for his last
Yeah.
34. Hitting just 227 this season.
But I'm drinking energy drink too. This
And
is
Lopez
Monster
gets 2
Juice. It says
fastballs
Real
by him.
Punch today. Actually, I had one of
Most
these
last
last
year before you kind of had Bogarts at 2
I
and
do the Monster Javas. I like the coffee.
Machado at 3, and that's kind of where you see
Yeah,
now. They've been 5.
CeeLo
6
was
in the
talking
lineup
about that, and he
with so far,
suggested
and
doing a pie in the
Cronenworth
face.
done.
He said it seems to be very popular. So
Yeah.
Just missed inside. Yeah, Mike Schilt has been tinkering with that.
maybe I
lineup.
come up with an interactive little avatar of, having my face and a pie going splat. And asking people, would you like to see this in real life? Subscribe to the
And
channel.
that time he does get the call on the outside corner for a big
Beautiful.
first down.
There we go. Out number
He's gotta go
1.
Make a pitch. It's either that slider or this right here.
That's
Painted
another K on the
97
day.
away. I
I've
think it's
lost
gonna be
track,
his last
guys and
pitch of
gals.
the
I'm
day.
sorry about that. I'm not sure how many
And
Ks on
what
the
a
day
beauty it was.
Lopez has
Yeah, with a
had.
left-handed
I-
hitter,
I'd
Tyler
like to
Wade
say
coming
around
up.
4 or
Ryan
5.
Sneaker is going to go
6
to the lefty
maybe.
reliever AJ Minter. Great job.
All
by
right,
Roberto
here comes
Lopez yet
Minter.
again.
The only sad thing about Minter is Minter's been known to blow leads, so let's certainly hope that that's not the case today. Or not. It'd be a real pie and a real face at the 1,000 subs. I'm just saying, have a nice little interactive little pop-up that comes up during the game, that shows me taking one in the face. And don't you be getting dirty with that either there, Gino. Dirty-minded with that. Taking a pie in the face. As a little interactive avatar or something, and just put down, if you'd like to see this for real, subscribe to the channel, or something that explains that at 1,000 subs somebody's going to give me a pie to the face. I know my wife and my son would love to do it. Sounds like a plan to me. I think a pie to the face and 1,000 subs is a pretty good idea.
Hey, of the day.
We're at 30 subs? What? You must mean likes. Kenneth says we're at 30 subs now. I think he means likes. That's awesome, guys. You guys are killing it. Thank you so much. And for such an early game on a Monday, you guys are awesome. Hey, Nathaniel, how you doing? Welcome back in, Russell. Yeah, there you go. Better late than never. Yeah, we're finally starting to warm up here. I mean, we've had decent days, but we're supposed to be starting to creep into the 80s. But we have severe storms around us today.
Ooh. I might have to go get something else to eat and put some weight down on this stomach because I took that shot on a pretty much empty stomach.
Yeah, I did too. I'm kind
of feeling it. Woo!
But hey, you know what? I'm feeling pretty proud, man. You know, I know people can't tell because I'm a big guy. I'm already heavy set, but I've actually lost 16 pounds.
Nice.
And this shirt 2 months ago, no way I was even fitting it. And it nice loosely fits. It feels pretty good, man. My goal is to lose 120 pounds. What my goal is. Now, what will I get that in by summer's end? It's possible. I don't foresee it, but that's my goal for the next year. 120 pound loss. There we go.
Yeah.
AJ Minter with the strikeout. There we go. 2 outs. Runners on first and second.
That's a perfect
location. Again, you had to tell me about the audio. I'm sorry, guys. All right. Back to the job.
The reliever will pitch to the 21-year-old rookie, Jackson Merrill.
All right, so here we go. AJ winds up. Pitches it strike one.
Trying to keep this a 5-1 game. Atlanta led 5-0. Padres got one in the top of the 5th. Oh, 0-2.
Ice, ladies asking what you're snacking on.
Another cutter, so 2 cutters kind of down.
Oh,
really kind of exploit
something
what you
new
want.
that Smart Food came out with. It's called it's the basically like your white cheddar popcorn, but it's Dorito nachos.
Oh, there you go.
It's actually pretty good.
All you have to say is popcorn, man. That's one of my favorite snacks is like white cheddar popcorn.
Yep, I got a big bag of that right here.
Yep, that's my favorite.
But yeah, they came out with a new one called
out to
Dorito nachos, and it's actually really good.
Really? Wow.
But the throw is late.
They're gonna score.
It is 5-2.
5-2. 2 outs, runners on first and second.
I'll tell you what.
I said, you know, Mentor's known to low leads.
It stays inside that ball beautifully. It's funny, all the talk.
I shouldn't get negative about it. I'm just going to jinx this even worse.
Some of these other guys, and for good reason, great players, but this kid's come up and I'm telling you what, has held his own every sense of the way.
That's right. It's an adventure.
What else is impressive is that he was groomed as a shortstop. They threw him in the outfield in spring training, and all of a sudden he's been great out there as well.
I'm off
as a
one of
center
my heart
fielder,
meds,
just
so
21
that's
years
good.
old.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Not good to be taking heart meds,
He
man.
had never played center field in his life before this season.
Well, it's that whole back to praise of I got a cat here.
Well, now it's about damage control. Campusano, the
people
catcher,
retire.
has a 1-1 count here.
They tend to croak. Now I see why.
He
I
did hit a
retired
home
way
run last
early
night, and he represents a
thankfully
potential
fortunate to be
tying
able
run.
to. And for I think close to 6 months, I really didn't do much except sit in this
It was
chair
one of the
and
more interesting
play
batting
games and
stances
do
in
some
Major
coding
League
for the clan
Baseball.
and whatnot.
Where he holds
went to
that
the
bat
doctor to
kind of
get some
out
other
in front of
stuff
his
taken
helmet.
care of, and while they had me in triage doing the blood pressure,
Well, like
and the
anything, no
weight
matter
and
how you
everything
remember
else,
Julio Franco,
I
wherever
gained close
eventually
to,
he gets back to where he wants to be and
I'll
gets
say about
low.
30, 40 pounds, and
In on the
my blood
hands,
pressure
Matt
was
Olson
way
over
through the
there.
roof, and I
He's
never
got
had
enough
problems
room.
with that before.
Padres do
Olson
get one,
retires
but the
his
Braves
side,
still
so we're
on
heading
top
to the
by
bottom of
3
this.
as we head
Bottom of
to
the
the
seventh.
stretch.
Unfortunately for me, I put 120 pounds on in 10 months. But I had no idea I was diabetic.
Welcome into the stretch presented by
I put on close to 30 in just 6 months. 30 to 40 in 6 months.
Offense, we've been waiting for them
and like I said, with
they haven't done that for quite some
just
time.
sitting around, now I understand why when people say that people retire, they croak. I kind of get why now, because
there was a feeling out here this morning.
I said my blood pressure went through the roof, and
a lot of it
you felt it was going
to be a big change in your life. You know, a lot of it is such a change. You know, it's a shocking thing for them.
Has had a great
go
day
from
so
working
far.
every day to
from him.
doing nothing
with the long ball.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is what really caused a lot of problems, because now that I've been more active, you know, working on my trailer for my kids, and working on the cars, and working on the house, and being a lot more active, I was able to drop one of the meds because blood pressure is starting to stabilize finally. But
big swings from Marcel.
Lisinopril, and then I take 2 aspirin a day, vitamin D, vitamin
B,
well, it's actually a B10 complex, or a B100
What was that? What's the big egg on the interactive?
From our
big
friends.
question.
Yeah, I see that. What's that? It's a big question.
Will I have the money to send my kid to college?
What the heck was that?
And it popped up again on the other side.
Does that mean we get a surprise? It's moving around even. It went from the right side to the left.
Yeah, I see that.
That's good to hear, Kenneth, that you're off blood pushing pills.
That's real good. I'm working on getting
Absolutely.
there. But I'm on vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin or the B100 complex, and then 2 aspirin, and then my acid reflux medicine, which
positive update is Sean Murphy. He was in the clubhouse today. He is expected to begin his rehab assignment.
Well, unfortunately,
tomorrow with AAA
I say unfortunately, but it's possible. Now I know I got to spend a night or 2 in the hospital coming up sometime here in the future.
Game 1 of a doubleheader. How you hold?
I got to go in for the sleep apnea stuff.
I am holding up well.
They're gonna fit me to a CPAP.
I think I told myself I would never be one of those people to hold an umbrella during the sun at the baseball game, but here we are.
I got to go back and see the gastrologist specialist again.
In the ice hockey
it's possible that I'll be in the hospital again for surgery.
Change of pace for me here, having to adjust on the floor.
They're talking possibly taking
we'll check in with you, especially
so much of my intestines.
Game 2 of this double dip.
So because I'm always going to have
for Atlanta here in the
Crohn's
bottom
disease
of the
flares where I
that's great
get
news
infections.
though. And Sean Murphy getting ready for that rehab assignment, and
they're talking taking some of the intestines,
back up with a big
so
it
long. Makes more room in there. So when I do swell,
I don't think any of us knew
that I'm not in such constant pain like I am. Because right now, you know, with everything in there, it just literally crushes my organs.
I said it goes back to tell you that
But pain is something I deal with every day and have for the last 3.5, 4 years.
Immediately grabbed his side. They took him out. But yeah,
I've had so much pain every day that I don't even know what it's like to have one day without.
They have wanted to be as cautious as
possible.
And
I don't take anything for it other than an over-the-counter Tylenol or
having 2 really good catches.
Advil or Aleve or something.
On the Players-Only broadcast the other night, just how many more teams are starting to try to.
The doctors kind of look at me funny, you know, when they offer to write me a prescription and I turn it down. It's just something I don't want. I don't want their opiates, you know. I don't feel that I would become addicted, but I come from a family, you know, and I don't mind telling people this. I come from a family of alcoholics on both sides of my family, my mother's side, my father's, and I come from both sides of the family that of drug users. So it's just something I don't want to subject myself to.
Johnny Brito is a new pitcher, and he has one out
here.
here
The same boat as I am. Dad was alcoholic, and the other,
the
biological dad, he was a pill popper.
Rookie with the Yankees. He was that Juan Soto trade.
And people got to understand that drug use and alcohol, they're diseases as well.
Oh, yeah,
that's one thing you can say in the last 4 or 5 years. The Padres have not been afraid to make some.
So I don't, I don't hate my family or anything because of it. I understand that, you know, it's a disease and it's a struggle.
Getting Bogarts. Machado's on a big deal. Tatis.
All right, so we got Chadwick Trump at bat. 0-1 the count with 1 out, bottom of the 7th.
I did think
Swing and a
Josh
miss.
Hader going
Hey,
to
Karma, how
Houston
you
was
doing?
an interesting trade for Houston, I think, more so than the Padres.
Man, the amount of money he got.
Yeah.
Over $100 million.
Went out to left field.
Sorry to see you go,
But we'll
Karma.
see how that plays out. Drop down the line at fair.
I don't know. He's going to be out at second.
That is going to be the third double.
Trump's going to have a double with that one.
Catcher Chadwick Trump.
I don't know. If he keeps hitting like this at home, Snit might want to just keep playing
Trump.
tonight and then let Travis play all three in Chicago.
Yeah, Chadwick Trump is the batter's name.
Another hanging breaking ball. Last time he hit it for a single. This time he turns on it down the line.
Well, Karma 2.0, thank you for stopping. We certainly
Great job
appreciate
he's
you
done filling in for
showing the
Murph
support while you
all
were
year
here.
so far.
And he
Yeah,
is an awesome
this is
guy,
a live
and everybody
stream,
in
but
that clubhouse
sometimes we do
gravitates
get
to
off
Chadwick Trump.
subject a little bit. But that's life.
And when he gives you 3 doubles in a series, that's the icing on the cake. Now here's Acuna. Up and in. Look out. 97.
Ooh, that was close. That was high
real
and outside. Yeah, real close to his head.
Well, that'll wake you up.
Well, Ronald's bat has been awake today, that's for sure. 2
1-1.
singles, a double, and an RBI.
Strike 2 or strike 1. All right, Lane. Well, thank you, Gene. I appreciate it.
So 397 mile per hour fastball.
Hey, I totally understand where Carmen's coming from. He joined
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
it was going to be a live stream about baseball, and we're talking about everyday life stuff as well. I don't hold it against him.
Yeah.
That's why I said thank you for stopping. All right, so 3-1 count to Ronald Acuna. 1 out, runner on second, so we are in scoring position again.
Now the Braves trying
Come
to
on, Ronald, put her,
create some more
give us a base
separation.
hit.
Ronald
Foul
is
ball,
ready for a
3-2, so the
3-1 pitch.
count
Fouls
is
it all.
full. Let's go on the train for 1,000 subs now.
Brito
2 outs,
deals a
1 on
payoff to the
second.
reigning MVP. And it's foul
Thank you,
tipped
Gene.
into the mid.
I appreciate that.
Acuna's
I
the
mean,
second out
I
at the
truly
bottom
wanted
of
to
the
say
7th.
that too, but I didn't want to sound like I was an asshole or anything, you know. But some
man,
people, when they
a
do
whole
come
lot
here,
you can
you
do
know,
with
they
that
have
pitch. You try to
expectations
just
of
foul that off
it
to
just
see
being
another
a live
one.
stream with all, you know, like the commentary stuff that you hear at the baseball.
Now Ozzie
It's
Albies
not
will
exactly
stand
that
in with
here.
2 away.
We love to interact with our fans and you know
see
talk
Brito's
about our
got
real
the big
life
arm.
stuff
Last
as
year,
well.
The Yankees split him between
I
being a
do
starter
need to
and a
keep it
reliever.
more
Padres
on
have
the
used him
sports side as
exclusively
well.
out of the bullpen, and one
That's
of the
something
things he
we'll
said
work
with
on.
that is that he feels like he can unload the tank a little bit more, knowing that he's not going to have to pitch 4 or 5, maybe 6 innings.
0-2 count, 2 outs.
Yankees
Ozzie
got him
Albies 1
as an
for 4 on the
international free
day.
agent way back in 2015, but he had Tommy John surgery shortly thereafter. Long time in the minors before debuting last season. 0-2 to Ozzie. Backing out of play.
Foul ball.
What are you going to do between
Yeah,
games?
I guess it could be
I get
construed
a
that
light
way as
jog
well.
in,
Do some stadium stairs?
some stadium stairs. Brought my headband. Yeah, we'll
I
see.
can take it as open
Might
criticism.
go to Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time.
Well,
Ooh.
depends on traffic.
Thank you, David. We
Depends on
appreciate that.
traffic. I got a chopper that takes me, Pop.
Do you?
Yeah. Air Force Pop. What are you going to do now that you're heading home?
Ooh.
You got tea time? Your club's closed?
What
Tight
did
on
you
the
count?
inside there.
We got that event tonight.
Oh.
Here for my podcast for Pure Athlete.
Oh, you're talking with
Kirk Cousins is coming over. Yeah.
2-2 count.
Yeah, it's going to be at North Point. Sure, it'd be a great time.
Ozzie Albies with a 278 batting average, 3 home runs, 20 ribbies.
This is how we broadcast baseball.
And 748 OPS on the
That's how
season.
you do it when the team's just rolling like this, you know?
Your scorecard looks immaculate from here, though. Show it to the people. Show them your handiwork.
Sam, look at that. I get to do it
in pen, confident, confident. I'm not that bold.
Guess I'll get up now.
You don't have to. Here's an oatmeal cream pie for you, Pop. I tried to throw that out during the 7th.
I wonder who Ozzie was talking about before they went to the broadcasters. I mean, he was definitely having an in-depth conversation.
Threw a box of M&Ms,
I wonder
but
if he
I
was
hit
talking to that
camera
ump
up
about
here
the
'cause
placement
my
of
aim
that.
was so terrible.
I caught that too.
Ozzie back in and ready. 2 outs and a 2-2 pitch. Over towards Machado.
Oh, that's going to be shallow.
Glasses on.
Machado under it.
And he takes it. On to the 8th. Braves up 5-2.
Heading to the 8th with a 5-2 lead. Now let's just hope that that the hitting carries over into game 2. I mean, we're sitting with 12 hits today. It's definitely one of our better games that we've had all season long. Kenneth, let's do a dance when you get 1,000 subs. I can't dance.
I can't either.
See,
I'm not even on now.
well, I could dance, but where my computer's set up is in my bedroom. The desk sits inside a closet, and my green screen's right behind me, and I honestly don't have the room to be able to get up and boogie woogie. But I can sit here, dance in the chair. That's right, lady. And Gene, great minds think alike. Holding it down, ma'am. All right, we're back to Truist.
Today. That beautiful ranging over there in the hole.
31 likes on the day. You guys are awesome. Here we are. Can we hit 35?
Guys that can make that
Let's
play.
keep it moving. We got 47 people here. If you haven't done so yet, smash that
Three-time
thumbs up
All-Star,
for
but
us.
yeah, that flip out of the glove, that was the play of the day so far. Well, Joe Jimenez is on here for the 8th inning. He's facing 9-1-2 in the Padres order, starting with Ha-Sung Kim.
Thank you so much for those 2 new subs. Guys are amazing. We're now at 902 subs on the day. Total.
Boy, 2 close pitches.
One of those got to be a strike, right?
Looked like both of them were, but instead 2-0.
Tube's on our
Top
way
of the
home.
zone, bottom of the zone. You got to call one.
See what I'm saying? That was
does
clearly a
get
strike in
Danny.
this
3
hump.
balls and no
He's been
strikes
so
to Kim.
inconsistent today.
Yeah.
Joe says, give me a new baseball.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe Jimenez. I believe that's our guy, G.I. Joe. Joe Jimenez.
But that misses.
All
and a
4.
4-pitch walk. Lead off
Not
man
what we
aboard the
need.
8th
Do
inning.
not start out walking people, Jimenez.
Quick message here from Georgia Drive Chevy.
Don't need that.
The 2024 Chevy Trax,
Oh, we
starting
don't.
at $21,495. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Well, Luis Arraez at the top of the order now. Arraez 1 for 3. He did ground into a double play
Very
in the
possible,
6th
Oscar.
inning.
San Diego's no slouch of a team.
There we go.
That's a strike.
Straight from the city. Thank you for that subscribe. I certainly appreciate it. Welcome, Outlaw.
It came in on the hands and a rise.
Oh, he must have caught his hand with it or something. He's out there dancing around in circles.
For the first down.
You see that? He hits the ball, man. He starts turning around in a circle.
Grounds into a double play.
Yes.
Pitching staff, you will take that.
Well, and that's why you kind of think.
I wonder what he hit.
When Lopez
how do you,
time got him to ground in a double play.
How do you get your hand?
Second with no outs and turn to the top of the lineup, it can get tricky. The middle part of the lineup, he's been able to get him out.
Jimenez tries to pick off the runner off for first. He gets back in time.
Padres winning 3-1 Friday, 9-1 last night. But a different
story.
Hey,
swing. Swing. That's 0-1 the count.
Tatis 2 for 11 in the series, 0 for 3 today. Grounder to short.
Ground ball.
Got it, buddy.
Oh, that is.
Everybody will be safe.
Short just. I was giving him praise all.
He had one chance at that.
All a little while ago, and he makes an error. He had it in his glove. He just.
It's kind of one of those.
It dropped out.
I think
he goes to short, exact short.
It was going to be faster, where he probably could have.
The look though, he had it the ball when he realized it was out of the glove.
Yeah.
Glove.
It is ruled a base hit. There are now 2 on. Now you've got Profar coming up. He hits a long foul ball there.
Not good though.
And that's kind of the
tie and run now on the
like
plate.
This game has been completely dominated. One swing of the bat.
0-1 count.
And Braves 5 runs on
and
12
Profar come in with one of the better batting averages in the league. I think he was 4th or 5th. Before, in the top 5, he was 4th or 5th in the batting average. So definitely, 7 home runs and 31 ribbies.
Here 0-2. Fastball
high and outside, ball 1. Come on, G.I. Joe.
Just got a piece of it.
Foul ball 1 and 2, so we'll do it again.
Profar last year in Colorado, underwhelming season. They released him in September, and the Padres got him back. He was with San Diego 2020 to 2022.
Hey, bada, swing, bada.
Matt Olson.
Hey, bada, swing, bada.
High and outside, ball 2.
I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend KGB over there at the C Sports Network.
Thank you,
Mr. President. Use the man.
Ooh. Another walk.
3-2 count.
3-2. And he misses with a slider.
Oh, not what we need. Bases loaded.
Here in the top of the
no. Do not need this.
Ah!
Yeah, you got to make some pitches now. You're facing.
Come on.
4 and 5
2
coming
outs.
Up, and
or 1 out.
Offensive side. 12 left on base.
Leave it to our bullpen
April 5th
to come in here and give us all a heart attack. Come on, boys. We need a double play. Double play. Come on.
Now Joe Jimenez
trying
to force the Padres to leave some men on here. Again, Cronenworth had a homer yesterday. His 8th of the season. Got some pop from that left side.
Foul ball number 2.
Jimenez gets ahead of him. No balls, 2 strikes.
Your Cronenworth was not happy with
0-2,
that one.
bases loaded.
Mistake. Joe was trying to come in and left it out over the middle of the plate. Now he's got him 0-2.
Come on, Joe. Come on. Either strike him out or put it on the ground and pull the double.
Use a big strikeout here. Instead, it's a line drive to center field.
That's gonna be a line drive that'll bring in at least one.
And the Braves, who once led 5-0, now look up and it's 5-4.
Oh man.
Ah, not good.
Brandon, I think what'll drive you crazy about this is the fact that was an 0-2 pitch. And I mean, that thing's right down the middle, right? It's tough to give a good hitter an 0-2 pitch like that. Profar, he almost seems like, you know, he tried to get him out, kind of tried to get him to chase. There, he went right after him. Again,
unfortunate
selection. That's just got to be either.
Well, hey, that's baseball.
Or farther off the plate.
So now you've got the tying run at second base, 1 out, and Manny Machado is the batter.
Welcome in, everybody. Be sure to smash that thumbs up.
He's doubled and struck
Stick
out
around,
twice
check us
today.
out. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have a new outlaw.
Gotten off his seat and started to throw in that Atlanta bullpen.
We met our 900 goal today, and we have raised it now to 1,000 subs. So if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Drive, and this game's going to be tied. In fact,
we are tied 5-5.
In fact, they're going to take the lead.
All the way to the wall. It scores 2, and San
Yep,
Diego
they sure did.
has come all the way back to be in the driver's seat.
Hey, you know, it's the middle of the lineup, Brandon, that's not a lot of fun to face. And when you start giving them chances, give them ducks on the pond
6-5.
Kind of back up on Machado and split the gap, and all of a sudden a game that was just completely one-sided.
That kind of sucks, Addison.
Yeah.
Cronenworth a 2 RBI single and Machado a 2 RBI double, and just like that, it is 6-5 San Diego. Now Donovan Solano.
Salvano 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in the 7th. He's got a .429 batting average, 0 home runs, 1 RBI.
Joe Jimenez
with a 1.029 OPS this
17
season.
innings, 3 runs given up. Well, now here he's
I'll
given
be
up
right back.
4 in this 8th inning.
Isn't that how it usually happens? The offense finally clicks on there in the one area that has been really good, or one guy has his first off day of the year.
Here comes the pitch.
This will
That'll
hang
be
up
a
in the
fly
air.
ball.
And take Harris back to
Caught
the
by Harris.
Machado will tag and head to third.
Machado's going to move to third. So that's 2 outs with a runner on third.
You know, that's a tough thing. If you think about it, first and second with 1 out, and he had Profar of 0-2 and walked him, and then got Cronenworth 0-2, did the hard part.
Still not over though, Amal.
That he could handle.
Still not over.
Jackson Merrill is the 8th Padre to bat here in the 8th inning. It's a big run down at third base right now. As Jimenez misses upstairs.
Jackson Merrill 1 for 3 on the day. He had an RBI single in the 7th.
To right field, Ronald Acuna.
Back to the wall goes Acuna. Underneath it, out number 3. But the damage is done. Padres now lead 6-5. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. All right, we're at 33 likes. Can we get those last 2 likes to hit 35 or beyond? Certainly appreciate everybody's support today. We're sitting here with 58 concurrent viewers. We've done very well with the subscribers today. I'd like to say thank you. Thank you so much for that. We finally hit that 900 subscriber. We're actually sitting at 903. We've had 11 subscribers during this game. We celebrated that with a shot of Jack Daniels, and my co-host did a shot of White Lightning. There you go, Amal. That's right. Let's go. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, D, we're losing 6-5. They just took the lead.
Your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. By Xfinity, stream Braves baseball with Xfinity because it's only live once. And by Delta Airlines. Keep climbing.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it.
Well, the Braves had the 5-0 lead, but that has evaporated. And the Padres are up 1. And now the Braves with their backs against the wall a little bit as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And Jeremiah Estrada is on out of the bullpen to face
I know it, Gene.
5 of the Braves order.
I just seen your message up there, Gino. That's how I felt too. Such a great effort by Lopez to have the bullpen come in and
the middle part of this Braves order who has done the damage to
Come on, Bear. Come on, Big Bear.
And Olsen each with a solo homer back-to-back. That was in the 3rd inning.
Ball one. Big Bear hit his 13th home run of the season earlier in the game.
That hard fastball, right-handers, he's got that slider, and the lefties, he goes with his split majority of the time.
Ball
Another
two.
Guy who hasn't had a lot of big league time. Last couple of years for the Cubs, he was mainly in the minors, only threw 16 innings at the major league level. Cubs removed him from their 40-man roster, and the Padres claimed him off waivers. Sharply to short.
Oh, that's going to be a grounder to shortstop over to first for out number 1.
Hit it hard, just right at him.
A big O, Matty Olson heading to the plate. Man. Matt Olson also with a solo home run early in the game.
Especially after having that 5-0 lead. And the 4th and final game of the series later this evening at 6:20. Braves are also entering a tough stretch here. I mean, 15 games over the next 14 days before
Matt Olson 2 for 3 on the day.
Yeah.
And if you look at the next month, it's 30 games in the next 31 days. You know, that's kind of the bad side to having all those off days stacked up early in the season.
Absolutely, but you know the old adage, nobody going to feel bad for you in this league. You got to show up and play.
Back out of play.
Foul ball.
0-2. And who knows, maybe a consistent routine will help these guys get back in rhythm.
Down and dirty, ball one.
Together, what you saw there that last inning is what they envisioned. Has not happened consistently or a lot, but a lot of firepower for them too.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, smash that thumbs up for us. Check us out. Hang out. Check us out. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to the channel.
They were just 2 games over.
We're always looking for new outlaws out there to join in on the
right
club.
at 500, 24-24. New manager Mike Schilt. After Bob Melvin left for San Francisco. Well, from 0-2, it's now 3-2 here to Matt Olson.
Three and 2 count to Matt Olson. Will he be walked? Matt Olson has a good eye. Really does.
Payoff pitch to the Braves first baseman. Swing and a miss. Slider
Swing and a miss. That would have been a ball.
A quick message.
I just gave you praise, Matty, because you have such great.
When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable.
That's going to be out number 2.
Truist.
You know, and Matt's had a good day, but that's a perfect example sometimes when You're trying to do too much. You're desperate for wins. You chase a pitch like that 3-2. We usually see Matt with such a good eye. When things are going great, you know, you take that pitch and you're at first base.
They started off the game great. RBI single, homer,
Oh,
walk.
and
2 strikeouts the
Orlando
last 2 plate
Arcia.
appearances for Matt. And now
Strike
here's
2.
Orlando Arcia quickly down 0-2.
Arcia 1 for 3 on the day. He had a walk and a single.
Estrada misses low with his splitter.
All right, so that last pitch
Orlando
was a
has
ball,
one of
so we'll have
Atlanta's
1 and 2
12
count.
hits today.
2 outs, bottom of the 8th.
The location of that actually was in the zone, but it took the glove of Campuzano away from the strike zone.
Yeah, you're not going to get a strike 3 call catching it like that majority of the time.
2-2. Fouled back off the mask of Phil Cuzzy.
Ah, umpire took that one right to the face, knocked his mask off even.
That right there is why when you have a doubleheader, the home plate umpire does not work the second game.
He'll be in there watching the game on TV. It's a name like Phil Cuzzy with, well, he'll have some red wine probably.
Little cab from the Tuscan region.
Yep, exactly.
2 and 2 count. Hey, how you doing, Eric? Welcome in.
That is a called strike, a splitter, and a good one.
Oh, they call it strike 3. So that's the end of the 8th. We're heading to the top of the 9th. We've got to hold them here, and then we got to score. I'll give you guys a few seconds to get your final chat votes in, who you think is going to win. I'll give you about 20 seconds if you haven't voted and you'd like to get your vote in there. Feel free to click up on there real quick. Yep, certainly, Kenneth. All right, so here we go. In 10 seconds, I'll be closing the poll. Last call to get your votes in. Last call. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. All right, we're going to call the chat poll down. All right, I'd like to start out by saying thank you so very much for everybody that participated. We had 82 votes, with 68% voting for the Braves to take the win, and 31% of you believe the San Diego Padres are going to be victorious. It is a super close game, 6-5, Padres lead. So let's get with it. Let's watch the 9th inning. Let's find out who's going to win. Now, let me explain something to you guys and gals.
And by Truist, leaders in banking.
We're not eligible for a Golden Broom or the chat vote celebration because how it works whenever we start a new series,
the Padres have come back to take the lead.
If the community vote is correct
it's his season
for every game of the series, we do what's called a chat vote celebration, which means a future stream. We do a bunch of random giveaways. And the giveaways could be all kinds of things. It could be digital, like digital game keys for your PC.
Yeah, he was a surprise addition to the postseason roster.
It could be a gift card. It could be a T-shirt, a hat from MLB.com or the MLB shop. It could be one of a bunch of things. So, and then to get the Golden Broom, of course, the Braves have to sweep the team. Well, we already lost, so we know the Braves can't sweep them, so the Golden Broom's out. And we lost the ability for the chat vote on game 1 because The vote was for the Braves to win and the Padres won.
Seventh inning, now trailing 6-5. The Braves
that's normally how it works.
After 7,
so starting tomorrow, we're heading to Wrigley Field for a 3-game series with the Cubs.
Hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th.
So we'll have that opportunity to get the chat vote again and the Golden Broom, as long as the votes are right and the Braves sweep. All right, 1 and 2 count. See. Come on, garbage ump. You need to start calling more consistently across the board. You're giving the Padres those calls. Now you need to be fair and give those calls to the Braves.
Induces a ground ball to Ozzie.
That's going to be up to Ozzie. Over to Olsen for out number 1. This ump is known for being inconsistent. It really is.
And for Daysbel Hernandez, mentioned the limited major league experience, but remember,
we are in the bottom of the 9th.
He did not play because
top of the
Tommy
9th,
John surgery. Last year, he also battled right forearm inflammation in August and September, so he's had his health issues.
Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. If you're just
issue,
joining us, we're in the top of the 9th.
Results.
We have 1 out, and the Braves are behind 6-5 to the San Diego Padres. The Padres jumped ahead in the top of the 8th.
Kim, and he falls behind him 3-0.
Well, this is how that last inning started. That was trouble. Was a 4-pitch walk to Kim.
Kim just got home.
Same thing here.
Yep.
Well, tell her I said, hey.
After he had that walk last inning, they would send 8 men to the plate and score 4 times.
Come on! Now Hernandez is walking guys. Come on.
Walking the 9-hole hitter 2 times on 8 pitches.
Our bullpen pretty much gave this one away. Hey, how you doing, Matthew?
It's
Welcome
the
in.
shoelace tied and gets ready to deal to Luis Arraez, who is 1 for 4.
Another wild pitch.
Speaking of him coming to San Diego from Miami, Arraez was vocal at the beginning.
Remember,
of the
if you're just joining us, be sure to smash that thumbs up. We're trying to reach 35. Hey, we'd love to have 40 likes
community and was
by
enjoying
the end of the
not
stream.
The case. He was gone
we're
as
pretty
of
close.
early May.
Got 34, so
San
6
Diego.
more likes and we hit that 40 likes. Stick around, check us out. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe to the channel.
Once the season started,
we'd certainly love to have another outlaw join.
Seeing maybe where they're headed.
Yeah, because last year they had that surprise run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people figured they'd build.
We had the 900 goal that we reached earlier in the stream. I actually did a shot of Jack Daniels live on stream to celebrate that 900 goal. And my co-host, the man above, Mr. Iceman, did a shot of White Lightning.
Yeah, and that's what he does because of the short swing like that.
And
I mean, you can see completely
that's
missed.
Going to be a base hit.
He was trying to go
so now we have runners on first
and
second.
He just pulls those hands
only 1 out.
Good jump by Michael, too.
The bullpen gave it away.
The Padres trying to add on.
Well, Minter come in and
swing and fouls off the slider 0-1.
It's there. Jimenez really screwed us. G.I. Joe did.
Double play.
Ground ball to third. This is just what the Braves need.
Over to second. Over to first. Double play.
And that will send us to the bottom of the 9th as the Braves look for a little true.
That's what we need. Bottom of the 9th we go. Down 1 run. We need 2 for a walk-off. 1 to take us to extra innings. Let's see it, everybody. What do you think is going to happen? Will the Padres hold on to their 6-5 lead? Or will the Braves get a run to take us to extra innings? Or will we get a walk-off here? Let's see it in the chat, guys. What do you think? I've never seen this commercial. What the heck?
Yeah. Popcorn.
Yeah, I mean, but he was not pitching very well. Walked back-to-back walks, loaded the bases, and then it took everything we had to get out of the loaded bases. It was not good. Resurrected Racing, no.
I don't know.
The Braves got to do something, or you may be very right. The Padres very well could win this one. All right, here we go. Bottom of the ninth.
Here was a home run to Michael Conforto on their opening day here in the States because they opened up in Korea.
We'll have Harris batting first, Zach Short on deck, and Jared Kelnick in the hole.
7 hits, no runs. But I got good news. Means he's due.
He's due, yes.
That's what I'm going
Letitia, welcome in.
Azokar takes over in left field for Profar. We saw the Padres do that.
That's right. Let's go Braves.
On Friday as well.
You Padre fans have a lot to be proud of.
And again, this was normally the spot occupied by Josh Hader, but
so
he is now with Houston after that big signing this offseason. So Suarez is the closer.
Went out the left field, out in the chairs.
And Harris sends the first pitch into the seats, 0-1.
I can't believe how empty the stadium looks. I mean, I realize it's
an
Monday.
RBI hit way back in the first inning. He's 1 for 4 today.
But they are empty. The best part about it is the record we hold right now, the 26-16, I think we are, is exactly the same record we had at this time last season.
1-1 pitch, 1-2, 99 that time from Suarez.
And look where we went from there. We still took first place. Of course,
if you're just joining us, it's kind of been a tale.
We had the lead ahead of all of our division rivals throughout the season.
Another great start.
We're like 5 games behind the Phillies right now.
4-run frame in the top of the 8th to take the lead.
Hot.
Shallow center. Is this thing going to
hell of a catch, though?
Oh, what a play!
Yeah, it was.
Kim. And he is understandably fired up. That was spectacular.
Oh, of course you're going to fire it up after the foolish play you made earlier.
So fired up is because you know with Michael Harris too,
he's the guy that gave him their error.
Brandon, with his speed, you allow him on. He's a good chance.
Beautiful catch, though.
A few pitches.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good play.
Well, I said it earlier when he made an error that he's had 7 errors already this season, which is very uncharacteristic for him. That is more like the Ha-Sung Kim they are used to in San Diego. So Adam Duvall will pinch hit here for Zach Short with 1 out in the 9th.
Out to right field and hot.
The other way, and a diving catch by Cronenworth. Down to their final out.
Man, it looked like it might sneak by him at first. But Cronenworth just got over there. That would have been great. If
Welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining us,
been a double. Now you got Kelnick coming up.
Braves are down to their last out. We're in the bottom of the 9th. San Diego Padres lead 6-5. We got Adam Duvall up the bat.
Yeah, he's supposed to start game 2 of the double dip later.
90 people in here with us.
Jared Kelnick, who is late on the heater.
Remember to hit that like button and be sure to subscribe.
Between the 4-seamer and sinker, he throws it 90% of the time.
Hit the left and
throwing that changeup the other 10%.
Out to left
field. That is it. Padres win 6-5.
He's got it, and the Padres.
That's it. Oh, can you believe that?
Game 1 of the doubleheader.
Gave up in the 4th in the gave up 4 in the 8th inning. Give them the lead, and we couldn't come back.
Bullpen game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
Well, this
San Diego Padres win 6-5.
Man, the bats finally broke out today. Had numerous
great game, though. I mean, it really was.
But
Oh, yeah.
On the other side, the pitching has been so
I mean,
good. Lopez was
the
outstanding.
Braves ended with 5 hits or 5 runs with 11 or 12 hits.
It just happened to be in a game that you were
We're
up
finally
5-2,
starting to
tough loss,
see
you know what,
our
man,
guys
no one's
getting
gonna
on
feel sorry, 'cause
base.
I said, you got to get ready.
And
you got Chris Sale
you know, I
going in
said
about
I
3
said it at the
hours, and
beginning of
hopefully
the stream
salvage one of these games
that
and
our
get on that
guys,
bird.
everybody wants to
we'll
crush
be
the
back
ball
on the
and
air
put
at
it over the
5:30.
wall.
First pitch at 6:20
Well, let's
to
get
finish
in
off
there.
the series later
Let's
this
get in there and
evening.
put
Thanks for
some
joining
runs
us for
on the
Game
board
One, everybody.
first.
For
Let's
Jeff
move the
Francoeur,
guys
for
around the
Henny
bags,
Stairs
you know,
Farm,
base
entire
hits,
broadcast crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin,
positional
signing off
play.
and saying so long, everybody.
We started doing that and runs were coming in.
We'll be doing another stream on the.
Yep. 5 o'clock. I'll be going live at 5 o'clock Central, ladies and gentlemen, for our scheduled doubleheader.
From pep in their step
Not a
to
problem,
shine in their
Resurrected. Be
coats.
sure to
When
stop
people
back
switch
at
their
5
dog's
o'clock
food
for
to the farmer's dog,
game
the
4
effects
of,
can seem like
of
magic.
today.
But there's
Game
no
4 of the
magic
series.
involved.
Today's a doubleheader.
It's just smarter, healthier pet food. It's
up,
amazing
CeeLo?
what real food can do.
Nathaniel, welcome in.
To help save for our home, we stopped going on trips.
Them
and
birds
giving each
be
other expensive
dirty.
gifts.
What's up?
We handmade them instead. That one took like 3 weeks.
Julie Wallace.
Getting pre-qualified
All
for
right,
home
so
Europe
you
was
have
easier.
5.
It only took like 3 minutes.
Judy, sorry, Judy.
Oh, yeah, it's just,
Yep, everybody,
yes.
welcome to head back and catch us
On
again
you.
at 5. It
okay.
is 2 p.m. Central now, so it'll be 3 hours.
Foxcar.
Yeah,
What
yeah
goes
it
right into the
was.
symbol?
It really was. I mean,
Performance.
it would have been awesome to have had a win to go along with that, reaching that 900 subby.
Performance.
I mean, like CeeLo just pointed out, man,
Time.
we're on a 4-game losing streak.
Performance, consistency, time. Performance, consistency, time. And then, when you see it,
Like I said earlier in the broadcast, everybody,
new era.
I
captain
don't know
of
what
Major
kind
League
of
Baseball.
celebration we're gonna do. Like,
Hello, Hannah baby.
I've been
Introducing a
looking
new
for
collection,
suggestions
Hannah Soft,
from the chat.
made with Tencel.
People
breathable,
have
stretchy
suggested
softness.
getting up and doing a
Keep
dance.
baby cool and comfy. It
CeeLo
won't
suggested
chill,
taking a
fade, or
pie to the
stretch
face.
out.
He
It's
says
a
that's
better
very
choice than
popular.
bamboo.
Uh,
Plus, it has two-way
but
zips,
I can
fold-over
confirm
mittens, and
one
features
thing.
that grow with them.
When we hit 1,000 subs,
Hannah Soft, made to
Uh,
last.
I don't know if it's gonna be
With up to 40
the
grams
same
of
night,
protein, muscle milk
because
helps build muscle
it could be
for
all the way
your
at the
strength.
end of the stream
Because strength isn't just for the
before
gym.
we would hit
It's
that
for
1,000
every
sub.
moment of life,
And
big
I want to have
or
plenty of
small.
time to do a nice
Muscle
celebration.
milk.
So I
Own
think
your
what we'll do is, when I hit the 1,000 subs, if and when, we'll do like the next following stream, we'll do the celebration for it. That way we have all game to celebrate. I can give away all kinds of games and whatnot. And it is confirmed that we will be handing out 2 $25 gift cards. Maybe a Best Buy or a GameStop or something in that nature. I'd like to take some suggestions for that too. Suggestions of what, like if it is a gift card, what to do. I know, CeeLo, you've handed them out, I believe. Matter of fact, I think Lady won one of yours. Did you do like a Visa card or something? I mean, how did you do yours? Because I'd like to do the same.
I'd do a choice, is what I would do. You pick like 3 and say, hey, here's your 3 choices. Which one do you want?
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Because, I mean, the gift
All
cards
right,
are
lady.
pretty much easy to get online digitally. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal there.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. All right, so let's go through the game recaps real quick. All right, so bear with me if you can. Coming back to the MLB home. I hate when it does that. All right, so what we have from around the league. Right now, the Chicago White Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays are tied at 0 in the top of the first. Let's see here. Where's all of our finished games? It looks like the only other game, played so far was Atlanta and San Diego. Looks like the remainder of the games are all later tonight. Yep. 5 o'clock and on. Oh, we'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel. It looks like the Dodgers are going to be in a 10 p.m. Eastern game. They'll be taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Huh.
Let's see how I feel after doing the second game of the Braves. That game should be over probably 8:30-ish. So that would leave me enough time to get things together and do a third game. We might do a triple header today. No promises, but for sure, at 6:20 Eastern, 5:20 Central, his first pitch for game 2 of the doubleheader today. I will be going live at 5 o'clock, guys and gals. So with that said, thank you everybody that participated today. Thank you everybody for all the support. Thank you so much for us finally hitting that 900 subscriber goal. You guys killed it for us today. 11 subs on the day. We are sitting at 40 likes. We made the 40 like goal. Thank you. You guys are badass. So thank you, guys. With that said, hey, on KGB with the C Sports Network with my good buddy Ben and the man above. And we will see you guys later on tonight for the doubleheader. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you later. Peace.